things, so I do apologize for the late start and all that. It is just what it is. One thing you'll learn about content creation for anyone who's not gotten into it before is if you change nothing, everything will change. If you troubleshoot everything before stream, it'll still definitely break on you. So it is one of those things. It's chaos monkey incarnate. Anyways, we're gonna pick up where we left off with Coral Island. I have decided to start stream today with Coral Island as opposed to Oxygen Not Included because of stuff I covered before stream, but Oxygen Not Included doing not quite as well. So we're going to put that on the wayside. And I also realized for like the last week and a half, if you tuned into the second half of stream, you're watching Coral Island. That is all we've streamed for, like, except one day. I think we had one day that I did Oxygen Not Included for a full stream and past there. And I see that I got a little green screen artifacting over here. Okay, so the festival is running today. Consider checking it out. That's the luau. No, sorry, not the luau. Yeah, that's the potluck. We felt a large impact, so we got a meteor going on. It looks like all my stuff's working in all places. So upset. You missed naming the animal after you. It's all right. We got more animals coming. Don't worry. Hey, human. Rise and shine. I didn't wake you, did I? Hey, do you happen to have any fish? The general store didn't have any. And fishing is too wet for my liking, so that won't work. No, it isn't for dinner. I need it for reasons. Not important. Oh, by the way, it's not at all relevant, but I thought I should mention this just in case. Please don't say anything about this to Millie, okay? Anyway, where are we at with the fish situation? How much do I owe you? Wow, for free? You sure? Need. Your lunch is on me next. Who would have thought being a farmer could make somebody so handy with things? Thank you for the fish. Been meaning to ask you something. Have you ever caught the Red King Arowana in this game? Yes. I haven't caught it on this save, but my other save I do have it. That... Oh, I accidentally canceled it. Is there a question about how to catch it? Because I could fill you in on that. It's the only one you're missing. It is supposed to be fall 22nd to 28th, rain, windy storm, but those conditions didn't happen. I hope it's not a thing where that could just not happen. I mean, if it is, but that would suck. But yeah, so no, it's, I don't remember the rain part, but it is that narrow date range. And then you have to catch it in the fire cave. I actually don't know. I haven't had a reason to care about it. I don't know if this game has a way you can influence the weather like in Stardew. For those who don't know, in Stardew, there's like a totem you can make to make the next day a rain day. I haven't particularly had a need for it, though. So... it didn't go. No, it could not. Yeah, no, I didn't think we could. Yeah, no, I hadn't run into that problem. Like, don't get me wrong, as well as things that the moment I got a rain day in that range, I beelined over there and did it because I figured I was only going to get one. That would suck. Because I'm pretty sure it decides whether you're getting the next day, the previous day. Gripset's literally the only thing left in the museum. Yeah, and that means you gotta go through a whole nother year just to get it to happen. That's, I still don't know if it's I had missed something or if it was a bug in the achievement. But there is the achievement of selling one of everything. Which it's got more stipulation around it, but that's just the general idea. And I had taken the time, I had a spreadsheet, I was maintaining it, and everything going cool. I've got them all. were good, and I had sold them over a number of days, like a whole year or whatever, and I had, you know, diligently ticked off one by one, and I got to last item, and I didn't get the achievement. It's like, okay, very realistically, I may have overlooked one. Like, that is a very, very plausible thing. So soybeans go in here. Oh, let's actually take you out. I've been slowly shifting stuff around as we've got this. So this will be fruit. This was the fruit box. It's expanded to be a veggie as well box. I remember why you're over here. Okay. Yeah. You're very thorough? Yeah, no, that's absolutely one of those things. So it's one of those things that, like, when you get to the end, you're like, okay. You know, there's literally hundreds and hundreds of items, and I've been marking the spreadsheet. It's entirely possible, like, I ticked a box on accident, didn't actually sell it, but with no in-game tracking, it's one of those things that you're like, did I miss it? I don't think so, but I might have. It's very likely. Let's see. Not gonna lie, I was hoping you didn't restart to talk all things 1.1, but you're gonna get to them soon enough. Oh yeah. Well, that's one of those things. I had debated not starting a new save and just doing the new content, but it felt like it'd been long enough that I really should do a new one, and I wasn't sure what all we'd get new in the earlier game. Alright, so we've got more money. What day are we on? So we're on the 10th, so we're probably not... It's probably not worth me buying the seeds that you plant and they give you multiple harvests. We should probably just grab some stuff that's got some, decent grow times. So I think we don't have many of the poppies, so let's just go ahead and buy those. Alright. The whole other game, you love it? Oh, I am looking forward to it. Like, I know some of the stuff that's in it. Like, I know they have a new biome opened with the savannah because we've known that's been coming. Like, I know there is an additional giant we find because even before we got access to it, they hint that for a long time. Okay, so literally I'm right about to be rank B. That's fantastic. Give me silver quality. So you don't count, but you do. Cool, so we've got our, we've got one thing for the offering, so that's good. Alright, Night Dweller, you take it easy. Good having you. Alright, so let's go down here. We did get our animals. We are missing two, but I don't believe I can get them until we hit B rank, so I'm trying to get there as fast as we can. I'm going to need a lot more money for them. That's just what we got going on. Yeah, so I'm waiting to get a silver quality milk, large milk from the cow. Okay, I think we got them all. I need a large regular egg, I believe. And I need a feather from the animals we have right now. And most of that boils down to going in here each and every day and petting the animals. It'll be fine. I need to get 5, I think it's 5 large wool to get the auto petter, at which point then I don't have to manually do this anymore. We'll also slowly gain ranks in our ranching skill. Save all your Merrick shells, trust me. Well, I don't have any of those. Well, actually, I take that back. I think I have one. Alright, so we're getting to that point where I'm going to need to start putting other stuff in here. I don't know if we can actually... Yeah, okay, we can get basil juice. We can get hot pepper juice. I assume radish. But we are starting to run low on things to be juiced there. So let's go over here. This is actually part of the reason why I was like, let's get a whole lot of strawberries. We could drop a bunch of strawberries in here. So I got all you dropped off. And I'm saving stuff like the eggs and the cheese and all that. for recipes and whatnot we have. Yeah, because actually, no, it wasn't a large egg. It must be a large... No, I have that. Oh, these are just the regular. These aren't the large eggs. Yeah, so I'm saving all of these for recipes that we'll get later and whatnot. Okay, so we've got the poppy seeds. I need to plant those still. No, I already did. Alright, so I've got all that handled. And what the heck else were we working on so far as this? I believe the insects we were all square. That there was nothing left for me to do with the insects at all. I'm like 99% sure that's correct. Cool. Underwater critters, I'm like 99% sure we got them all as well. Cool. And then the fish, I think we were basically done. We already got the monkfish. I have it in a box for breeding, so I'm not going to go after that. We're good here. The jellyfish, I already have one that we could just breed our way up, so I'm not going to worry about that either. We already have the clownfish. It's already breeding, so we can just not worry about that. And I think we got all the others just sorted. Yep, so we're all caught up on all of the things around town. I've got a lot of stuff to go to the museum and the blacksmith for. We can grab you for upgrading our trees. Or no, our animal products. Alright, so we're getting some good progress there. But yeah, so we're now at a phase in the game where pretty much what it is, it's about scaling up our farm and doing stuff like that. I don't have any immediate bugs or fish or anything I need to catch. We got that all sorted. I will pop all those. And we can go to upgrade produce quality. And that'll be our animal produce getting better, which will help us have a better chance of getting the silver quality cow goods. And we have been duplicating her fossils and all that, so that's good news. Yeah, so now we're working at stuff like our museum stuff. Yeah, so anything in that tab we don't care about at all. There's a new one for the museum. And then the other ones we've got. So literally it's just the rib cage, or the torso is the only one we're missing from there. We can drop all you off. Oh hey, that's a new one right there actually. Alright, so we've got the tail to drop off, so that's good news. Because the only one of each bone, as long as I don't get rid of it too fast, I can just duplicate them and keep those things moving along nicely. Well, thank you for the compliments and all that. I really do appreciate that over there on YouTube. You're the best person you ever met. Well, thank you. I feel that's perhaps unearned, but, you know, I'll still take it, because why not? Oh, I ran out of money. I was like, wait a second, why didn't you open them all? Right, I didn't have much money starting today. Alright, I might just sell off the giant mountain of juice we have in the, inner area that I've been kind of, like, hoarding. Alright, so anything in that box we don't care about. We did drop some stuff. Were any of them ones that we... Is this box done? No. Okay, so only the blue mask is the only one left in that box that, I don't already have. We already did the green mask. No new relics in here. Yeah, I've got a handful of these that I don't have duplicates yet. Okay. We can drop off the glass and all that. Cool. So we've got you to drop off at the temple, you to drop off here. But first, let's go ahead and drop all of the stuff. Do you remember how do you get golden eggs? You never had that? For golden eggs, you have to do the festival with the animals and win. So, like, to get golden milk, you have to win the cow event at the festival. And then to get the golden eggs, you have to have a chicken win the chicken staring contest at the animal festival. And then to get the small ones, you have to make your animals upset so they stop playing the big, like making the big goods. All right, and there's a tree fruit. Cool. So making progress in all of that. Love to see it. All right, so we are down to 3 fish. I've got the sardine, which isn't this season, I don't believe. The moray eel is later this season. I think the giant bass is next season. So those are pretty much done for the season for the most part. Literally, I'm just waiting for a silver quality large milk to be dropped, and a large egg to be dropped, which is just making the animals happy, so then those two will be done. This is depending on our house upgrade. I've got all these planted. We're literally just waiting for them to produce. So that's all good. The rare crops, I've got the cotton planted. I should be able to get a obsidian quality out of that. The cactus, the garlic, and the coffee beans worry me that I need to get town rank B to make sure I get that, because they might be locked behind town rank B. I'm not sure on that one. The precious gems, honestly, I could probably just duplicate these when we get there. I've just not been focusing on that. But I have all I need, I just need to duplicate. This is literally waiting just on our ranch skill to go up a little higher, that way we can get the goat cheese. And then the white truffle, I have the pig, we just need the pig to RNG the white truffle and get the oil thing, so that's just waiting. And then we have what we need for the large quail egg and the large feather. These two I need a town rank B to make available. And then that's all the offering stuff left. So we basically got pretty much almost all the offering stuff locked down. Yeah, the cactus is at least obsidian quality. Mead sells for a bunch. Oh, yeah. Alright, and I need to go by the museum. Totally forgot about that already. It's been 30 seconds. Alright, so I need to figure out what I need to upgrade my house. You need town rank B? Yeah, so the good news is, as long as I get town rank B before we're out of spring, even if I don't have enough time to grow the cactus, because I have the greenhouse, I could just do that. Oh, did I only now come by here after all this time that Taco's been missing? I feel bad. That was summer last year. Taco? Taco! Come here, boy! No luck so far. It's the longest he's left the house for. I know! He's been gone from your house for at least 3 seasons. I mean, let's face it, he's either found a new home or the best dog is gone. We'll just not get into that. Yeah, because this is an event that we started in the summer, and I just haven't gone by the vineyard during the day this whole time because I haven't had a need to. I think he really did go home. Hey, wow, Dane, how's it going? Let's see. I would give it a week before you getting all sappy. That's just mean. Don't give up yet. I'm sure Taco lost track of time, playing too much. Maybe you found a new friend. He'll be home soon. Yeah, I think that makes sense. It doesn't. I shall not give up. Thank you. I mean, in the context of what you're probably supposed to do, which is you're supposed to go and like talk to him, like have him show up at your house, then go up there like within like a day or two or whatever, and then, you know, go check out the other thing. It would make sense. But yeah. Could you just tell you the new content is awesome? Finished yesterday. Got all ranks. Nice. I can't believe the Pufferfish Corporation. Can you? It is unbelievable. To waltz into our town like this and try and just take over? The nerve. The gall. The humanity. Don't get all funny with me, Joko. It's a serious problem. I know it is, sweetie. I just don't see what it has to do with lunch. Joko's like, Yep, just gonna go ahead and get a shovel and start digging a hole for myself. Archie, my boy, join us? No, thanks. I'm making pancakes, your favorite. No, thanks. That was weird. He loves my pancakes. More for me, then. I mean us. More for us. Something's up with that boy, have you noticed? He's always rushing around these days, like he's late for something. Never enough time for his parents. He's... I don't know. Distracted. The boy's growing up, Honeycake. He needs his own space. That's all this is. Do you want me to talk to him? No. No, I don't think so. Let's give him some time. Maybe he'll come to us. He may not. We don't know for sure. All we do know is we seem to have forgotten the maple syrup. Doing well there. Alright, so the house upgrade is 5,000 coins, and I need 10 bronze bars. The others I've got. The 10 bronze bars is the one I'm not sure about. Because that's the kind of stuff we're going to be tracking down these days in the game, is going, okay, what's my next big spend? Okay, what do I need to do it? Get those resources and do all that. Hey, STD Vitez, how's it going? Oh, we should also check, is it anyone's birthday today, and when is the next birthday? So I've already given the 2 gifts a week. Oh, that's interesting. So there is a change there. I gave him both those gifts on his birthday yesterday, and it is marking as having 2 gifts given, where normally you get an extra one. That's fine. So spring 12th is the next one, so 2 days, I've got to get a gift for the kid. It's going pretty good. Oh, the Cherry Blossom Festival! No! Don't make me restart the day! I don't have an item on me to give them. I'm pretty sure it's like 2 or 3 o'clock. I'm pretty sure we've already missed it. If so, we will deal with that, and if I have to mulligan the day, I have to mulligan the day. I really don't like mulliganing the day. That's probably not a good one, but it's at least something to go. I'm pretty sure it was like 9 a.m. to like 2 or something like that. It even warned you at the beginning of the day. It's like, does this tell me the times? No. Still be going on. Alright, chat, so unfortunately we gotta redo the day. I do apologize about that. Because missing a festival is too big of a setback. So we're gonna go ahead, and I need to remember it's a festival day. And the reason why it's such a big deal is you get merit points for going to it. They have the events that have all sorts of stuff you get from it. There's certain things you can only buy during festivals and all that that we'll end up needing. And a whole bunch of that kind of stuff. The worst thing is literally it lets you know. I'm going to go ahead and skip past the dialogue real fast that we have going on. So when we have the scene here with, yeah, basically we're going to have a couple scenes I'm going to go through real fast. Hey, nice talking to you. And that's only because we just did it. Alright. So my apologies about having to do all this over again. I just went autopilot got distracted, totally forgot. That was the reason, the only reason I even realized that I was going to miss the festival is literally I saw like the little pamphlet thing down there in the corner. I was like, what? And then it struck me that it was a festival day. All right. Just ADHD things. But yeah, so we're going to, any of the scenes we already did this day, I am going to hit, and we're going to just kind of like skip through real fast. Just because, you know, I'm trying to get through this real quick. Because it lasts from 9 to 2. Let's see, you switch from searching West Point, foraging and praying, found no generator magazine anywhere, and even managed to lose your car in the process. Are you doing, like, no loot run or something? Because usually the generator magazine, it's just a matter of, like, meat grinding until you hit the bookstores and all that, or just hitting up the mailboxes. Even on the more ridiculous levels of loot, it's just kind of one of those things that if you go around, you will eventually find in the others. You're surprised it even lets you do events on the festival days? I'm not. Like, that could be one of those things that you could get yourself into frustrations with. There are some stuff that it won't trigger on days that have, like, event or different weather and all that. Alright. Like, don't get me wrong. That's annoying, but it is what it is. Okay. So, we do actually have the bronze for upgrading our house when we have the money. We do also have the bronze stuff for that. So with all that, let's drop our things off of the boxes real fast. You go in here. And you go in there. We can go over here. We'll take you out, drop you in. Drop you all in here. Put you in there. We need to replant stuff. And then I need to choose a crop that I think is like whatever I consider most likely to be my best crop to bring to the festival, because time is already going fast. Let's pop over here. Online shop. And I'll do the exact same thing we did last time. Like, I'm not going to try to change my strategy or anything. We're just going to not miss the festival. Come on. That does mean I'm not going to have enough time to get the bones and all that we did yesterday, but that's fine. So we've got you. We've got you. So interestingly enough, it clearly rolls the dice when you actually harvest the stuff, because we got entirely different results this time than we did last time. Still got the one I needed, though, so that's what I care about. But I got better results this time than last time. Alright. Low Loot saying you found every book magazine and managed to get pretty much everything, just not that one. Yeah, now if you keep looking, you'll find it. Like, I've had some runs with some really terrible luck. But it's just a matter of time. I'm running out of time quickly. Alright. Okay, so we've got the food items and all that. And we're going to grab the stuff out of the box to sell it, because then I can do a bunch of stuff tomorrow. So we could drop the stuff off here. So you go in this box. We will pop over here and drop you off in this box. To get an influx of money. Okay, so I still think we take the time to quickly get the upgrade on the tree stuff happening, because that'll be on the way. And I need some produce to put in there. We've got the strawberry as one possibility. That'll probably do better than anything I see here. And honestly, here as well. Strawberry's probably my best choice outside of like artisan goods and all that. I don't actually know which one's the ones that really do extremely well or not. I am gonna miss the cinematics because I'm worried we don't have enough time. But that's fine. We can get the cinematics the next time. So I got different results out of the fossils this time, which is interesting. Alright. So you miss stuff if you don't go right at the start. With the festival, you can miss the whole festival. That's actually been true of almost every single one of these kind of games. Is that they run only certain hours. Well, that I got 2 of those today, so that's what I could drop off at the museum. Yeah, you could just straight up miss the festival entirely. But like that's the thing, they got signage all around town. It's like the festival's this day. If you usually don't miss stuff for being late, right? But I've only got 2 in-game hours to get here from now because it ends at 2. So it is kind of one of those things that like. It is only, like, morning to early afternoon I have to get here. If you show up after the fact, it's like the festival's over. So, I mean, I could have sat there and tried to do all the other stuff, but then the fear is, then you end up just slightly too late and you miss it out. Miss out. Alright, so let's put the strawberry in here. I actually meant to grab a bunch of pizza or something beforehand. I don't have the money, so I don't know why I was thinking that. Because that's used to be one of the things I would do to help with that. So let's put in the strawberry. And let's see what we have here. I have no money, so it doesn't do much. So it's a good thing there's nothing I need there. It's chill here. It's comforting. Listen, human, sometimes getting to know everybody's tiring, but it's worth it. You're part of this community now. Just like our wine, festivals like these are the identity of Coral Island. Don't you agree, human? No rush, human. Maybe you could chat with people for a bit. We're still getting ready for the main event. Maybe you could play some games for a while you wait? He just seems to repeat that. Human, we are finished with preparations for the main event. Talk to the mayor if you're ready. Please wait a little bit longer. We're still preparing for the main event. You should try the mini games. You're misleading me here. You're telling me it's ready, but then it's not. You look like you're having fun. Not all bad hanging out in the open air like this, is it? Mr. Theo is so good at singing. I want to be like him when I grow up. What do you be when you grow up? Rich. I mean, what? Yeah, Mr. Theo is finally singing a good song. Ah, the wind, the song, the food. Affection. It's always a pleasure to spend my spring here. Well, part of my spring anyway. Walter's asking me questions about my coffee bean dealer. I'm not telling. I know what he's doing. Sing along, human. Come on. You know the next part, right? I don't I just don't. I should have brought little Stefan. He'd have enjoyed this. Time to absorb the good vibes. Breathe in energy, breathe out stress. Ah. The tumpeng is over there, dear. I hope there's enough for everybody. It sure is pretty today. Can't ask for better potluck weather. Eva's croissants are getting a lot of compliments. Just for the looks. Maybe I should ask her to add it to the menu. Hey, Frank. That's right. I need to talk to you. Hey, human! How's the festival? There's more to come, don't worry. Alright. So much good food on the table. Maybe I should calm down at the tumpeng and save some space for them. I saw Oliver trying to catch a fish at the lake earlier this morning. I think he wanted to contribute to the potluck. So cute. I think I spend way too much time at my PC. My eyes feel kinda crusty. Mom spent the whole night baking. I'm glad she's having a good time today. So many people to talk to. Wow, the potluck looks amazing. But, oh, never mind. I did say there's too much food, but I think that's okay once in a while. Cooking is relaxing, but it's more relaxing to sit back and eat and look at these cherry blossoms. My baby brother Frank is the guy grilling stuff. A lot like Dad. Today is a rest day for me. What? The food is way too heavy for me. It's nice to see everybody enjoying the festival. I'd better go tell Charles to calm down with the unsolicited doctor advice. He could ruin the festival for everyone. There's just too many people to talk to. The songs Theo sang really fit the mood. He's not bad looking, I mean, not a bad singer. I will end you. You heard nothing. Hey, come over, human. Let's dance. And Nina doesn't even get to physically exist in this space, apparently. She is background dressing. Poor Nina. Archie, be careful with the worms. There he goes again. More people told me they saw beavers on the lake. Thankfully, Paul brought a camera. If we're lucky, we might get a picture or two. I'll bring him some Loda next year. It's this delicious dish with coconut milk. You'll love it. Alright. So we're just trying to get through all the dialogue with everyone. Hey, this is fine by me. I don't crave durian at all that bad. As long as Frank here grills enough apples, we are A-okay. Good food, good weather, good company. Yeah, because this is one of those opportunities, like, for the record, if you're trying to get everyone friendship, this is a great opportunity to just bring yourself a whole big bunch of generic gifts like pizza and that kind of stuff, and just walk around and give everyone gifts. Because it's just everyone's in one place. I didn't have the money, so I didn't buy them in advance. So there's that. Mom told me to keep an eye out for beavers while fishing. Did you see any delicious human? I forgot her honorific again. I got some fish. I gave them to Mr. Frank. I hope he can make them like Mr. Jim's smoked salmon. The kids aren't even stopping for a break. Looks like I managed to reel them into fishing. How about you? Are you fishing these days? Yes. Next question. I'm not interested in the sack race. I'm here for the potluck. I hope they don't strain themselves doing the sack race. You included, Farmer Human. Smells good, right? I gathered dried coconut husk for the grill this morning. We've been grilling with dried coconut husk for a generation. Frank's super excited about it. Are you saying hi to everybody? You poor thing. That sounds exhausting. These are just the costs of our existence. Okay, so we're not going to practice. We're going to go right into it because now, this year is my year, chat. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Because this year, I have twice as much stamina as I did last year. Have a little bit more stamina this time versus last year, like we'd fall down 2 or 3 times because we stamina'd out. I have just slightly not quite enough stamina to do the entire thing in one go. I have to stop just the tiniest little hair to recover my stamina to not fall over right before the finish line. And the final round. Charles is saying people shouldn't strain themselves. I'm on to you, Charles. You were just trying to get people to not put their all into that. That way you could win it. I see you in the final round, sir. And believe me, I am going to strain every bone in my body defeating you. Alright. And we got our 100 points, we got our 1,000 gold, we got our candy and more gold, and our candy and more gold, and our candy and more gold, and our candy. Get wrecked, everyone in this town. And I believe it was just that, and let's double check. Yep, and then it's just the main event. I'm gonna try and get through this before the ad break starts. Start the main event. Yes. Because we got an ad break in just a minute, so I'm trying to rush through this a little bit. Folks, it's finally time for our main event. The soup is now ready. Big thanks to all of you for your contributions. Miss Ross, would you do the honor of tasting it? Of course, thank you, Mayor Connor. This soup will reflect the unity of the town. It's time to taste what you have all made together today. Yuck! This soup is weird. Yuck. The soup tastes weird. 1 spoon is enough for me. How disappointing. Apparently I mean, to be fair, it was a strawberry in soup. I've actually not seen that before. Well, that's a lot of free friendship that goes. Hi, I tried this onigiri recipe the other day, and it was delicious. It's written on the other side of this letter if you want to try it. Human, the ganache recipe is the bomb. Give it a try and tell me what you think. Shame. Hi, Human. Please enjoy the shredded jackfruit pie recipe enclosed with this message. I only make it for freshly harvested jackfruits, so do keep that in mind. Bree. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It's, with a lot of these games, usually it's more like, what is the value of it? It doesn't usually take into consideration, like, is this actually a good ingredient for this? In this particular case, mayhaps it does. Because, she was a little upset by that. Because we had put a potato in last year, and she was like, this is okay. I was like, alright, I see you. It still seemed like we gained a decent amount of friendship, so I don't think we, that The old Harvest Moon, if you put a poison mushroom, it tanks friendship. Yeah, no, that's the thing. You could put stuff in to hurt things as well. Alright, so we got that one done. So, interestingly enough, we still got a fossil for dropping off at the museum. It's just a different fossil than we got the last time. So it's not... With some of these games, they kind of predetermine what you get, so you can't just cheese it by, like, restarting. That is not the case, is what we're finding. So if you are missing one item and you collect like 100 of like one type of fossils, it would theoretically make sense to pop all the fossils, see if what you've got is what you want, and if you don't get what you want, then just back off and reload the day and do it again. If you care that much. I would probably just not. I'd probably just keep playing. Okay, so we've got all that. We grabbed all the stuff out of here. Right, and I was going to put more stuff in there. Yeah, now, for the record, with that mechanic, if it's like other games, the better your outcome is, so far as, like, the event, the more friendship it gives you with everybody. So, needless to say, absolutely beefing it like I did there. I don't think that'll take away friendship, but it probably just didn't give me anything. Alright, I was looking for... Yeah, we could drop all these in over here. Let those process into whatever they'll be processed into. I was looking for something I had a lot of. Okay. Alright. So we attended the festival and we won the race, so we got 140 points. So we still got a lot of points with a lot of people. And then we made 16,000 off of all that juice we had piled away. A lot of it was like cranberry juice, so it wasn't really worth much. That's fine. Human, thanks again for the fish. Here's some free lunch I promised you. Charles. There you go. Alright, so let's get back down here. Got some potatoes. Missed one up here. Yeah, so we've got a good amount of stuff popping in here. Those still have like a day to go. These aren't ready. Those aren't ready yet. The potatoes over here are ready. And then nothing over here is ready. Okay. So with that, I've got some seeds to plant. Running into that problem where the music just pieces out. It always sucks when these games, they don't have the music playing consistently, because it is one of those ones you go, okay, I can start my own music, which is nice to have in the background to just not have the weird silence. But then on the other end of it, you go, okay, but when I do that, when a cinematic hits, you have to sit there and go, okay, well, now I've got the cinematic going on, and I've got music that just is very misaligned to it. And this one's not bad, but, like, a lot of times with, like, Stardew Valley... Actually, I haven't checked. A lot of them, like, you turn off the in-game music, and then once you're in the cinematic, you can't get to the settings screen to turn it back on. So, you know, because you don't always know when you're going to hit a cinematic, it ends up being just kind of this thing. Alright, so we can go ahead and move you down here. Let's pop in here real fast. Okay, so those ones don't have stuff ready for me yet, it looks like. But the ones up front did. So what new did I get on the list for the offerings? I saw we had the rhubarb. So that's an offering one. That was not... That's fine. So I got another one going there, and I really don't need many, so... I can stack all of you. Cool. And we've got Big Orion Master hitting their 3-stream streak. Thank you for catching the last 3 streams without missing, eh? I really do appreciate it. Okay, we've got all that. And it looks like the green beans are going to go there. Cool. Alright, so we've got the rhubarb for dropping off. We've got more honey. So let's go check on the animals. Alright, so there's our white truffle. That's the one I need to make into oil. Because if we make that one into oil, then that'll be another one of our things that we're required to get a hold of. Not silver quality, but we are still upgrading. Alright. But once I get the 3 wool, we can buy the other things we need for the Giant's quest to get that off my list. I want to say you just literally go to the clothing store, and you can buy... Actually, I think I could literally buy just the other 2 items on the clothing store's website thing. Alright. And we should start seeing the large eggs soon. And we should start seeing more consistently the large milk, which will give me better and better odds of getting what I'm looking for there. For right now, we'll drop that in here as well. That's all fine. I'll get a thing to make cheese later that we'll need that for. Alright, so with that, I should be able to pop over here. And we needed 10 bars. I need some stone. And I need some wood. And we can run up here real fast and upgrade our house. Which has been severely overdue. And then we can pop all these coffers and all that at the blacksmith. Okay, so we did see this scene just a minute ago, so I am going to skip it. So I do apologize. For those who missed, we had to reset our day yesterday, so I'm going to skip the 2-3 scenes we had from that. Okay. So we are going to keep this style going with what we were doing. So, boom. Awesome, thank you. I'll work on it first thing in the morning. It should be done in a couple of days. And with that, our house is now going to be the next rank higher, which does mean we'll get a kitchen, which does mean I will want to buy all the kitchen stuff. So I'll deal with that. And let's pop over to the blacksmith real fast. Pop our coffers, do our offering. Well, actually, we have an offering. Let's do the offering first, just to have the extra inventory space in case I need it for the coffers. Alright, so I literally just need 1 more fruit. I actually think I'm 1 shy of the things planted right now. I might have to wait till next season. That's fine if it boils down to it. Because all of those trees I planted should also be ready for the next season. I don't know why I went here. They should be ready for the next season. Oh, you know what I need to do? We'll need to check the computer. I should have all of the different fish and all that sorted. Alright, inventory is full. So we can drop off this and see if there's anything worth that. But we'll pop down here, and we're going to check real fast just to double, triple, quadruple make sure I do have all the fish and bugs. Because it can't get much worse than if I think I've got them all, but then I really don't. And then you get, like, you get after the season, it's like, oh, you didn't get this one particular bug or whatever. Well, wait till next spring, I guess. Because they should be checking anytime the weather is something different. Yeah, we're all good. And then fish-wise... everything should be green here. We might have one that I'm still breeding that is a thing. Yeah, like the monkfish we're still breeding, but I don't see it here. Yeah, we're good. Okay. I was like 99% sure. Alright. Yesterday I was reminded of my childhood back in Indonesia and thought, you might want to try some comfort food. Fried rice. Or, as we call it, nasi goreng. I probably mispronounced that, which I do apologize if I did. Alright, so the first box, I could just go whack, we're done. Second box. Okay. That's one for the museum. Love to see it. And then that'll complete the second box that'll have delivered everything. Third box. I've got a bunch of new things, which is always a plus, especially when I get those new things and I've got more than one, so I can just immediately donate them and not have to worry about it. Alright, so I've got a small stack of things to donate here. And drop all you off. Yep, so I got 3 things to donate right there, so that's awesome news. Honestly, we should be right about to rank up the town, right? I need 16 more points, so these 3 things is 9 more points. So yeah, we're getting down to like just 1 or 2 more things will all be to take after this. Especially if we hit a milestone on any of these things. Yeah, so 7 more points, and then we hit town rank B. And so realistically, what we're probably looking at now is I need to go in and pop more, or sorry, go in and grab more kelp and all that for stuff. I think one of those was new. Yeah, so we're mostly looking at that kind of stuff to continue advancing our things. Alright. So the bell is new. Let's just double check, make sure we had... okay, so the hammer's up. Because every one of these that we get to donate is just a little bit more progress, and we're right there. Okay, so we've got the hammer. And at that point, what of the stuff here do I need to be worried about? I need more silver kelp. I'm gonna need more silver kelp, and I'm probably gonna need more gold kelp. I'm gonna need... the osmium are pretty okay. And I know we keep going back to the silver kelp. That's just where everything's at in the upgrade path. That I has needs. Okay, and we got one of the clownfish. I'm just gonna leave those until they're farther along. Alright, because I needed to get 3 clownfish, so that's 1. So I could drop this off here, which should get us our town rank B. Did I already do that? Question mark? Oh no, I don't need 3 clownfish. I only needed 2. Okay, so clownfish were done. We can drop this off at the museum. The downside is that means I don't get my town rank B from that. That's fine. We can drop off 1 clownfish here. And that takes care of that. And we can pop back our house, grab the other clownfish out of the pond, and swap something else into it, like the monkfish. Alright, so what do we have that I haven't... so we got the monkfish. Was there any of these other ones that we have that still needs to go in there? Nope, we're good here. And then same here. Everything else we're good on? No, the jellyfish I do need. That's fine. Between the monkfish and the jellyfish, it doesn't matter. I need both of them just as much. So we can just pop over here, grab the clownfish out, swap in the monkfish. Let it start, multiplying. It'd be really nice if I could snag myself one more thing today. That's not what I wanted. One more thing today to progress. We did. I literally have the other thing there. I have that hammer. Is this going to be enough to rank us up? We're like right on the fence of just needing like one more item. Okay. Are we town rank B? I am one singular point shy of ranking up the town. Well, not much to be done about that. Like, there's not another thing for me to grab right this second. I've already got the stuff going. We're gonna pop in here. You're gonna do that. Let's see, you finally started this game. You're ready to sink your life into it. A lot of hooks to Stardew Valley. Hit 4K, here it comes. Yeah. This is definitely a game that can eat a lot of time. There's just a lot of stuff. Like, I like there's the enchanting system in this one. Like, Stardew Valley has its own enchanting system, which is not bad either. I like the one in this one more, where it's just kind of a clean point system you're kind of dealing with. So you don't have to, like, memorize, oh, well, I need this gem for that thing, or whatever. You just go, I'm gonna get this enchant. Cool. Alright, now let me just keep going until we get that. Alright. And I am also going to need to, I'm gonna need to go to the mine soon and pick stuff up. There's definitely ore we're short on. But that is one of those things that if I do get easy access to getting more slime, I can literally just set up the duplicators. So that I've got one duplicator that we're just chucking, osmium bars in, one we're chucking gold bars in, one we're chucking silver bars in. You get the idea. Do the same with the kelp essence. And it means I've effectively got infinite of the materials for building. It's just they go slow. That's the caveat. It's like 3 days per duplication. It duplicates one item at a time. But that means you're getting like a free osmium bar every 3 days. And realistically, you don't care about half those materials. Once you get past a certain point in the game, you're just going to be building the better stuff for the most part. There's still some stuff, like if you wanted to make like another smelter, another mayonnaise generator, like another mayonnaise machine, that kind of stuff, that you'll need the lower quality or the lower tier materials. And partly going out of my way to do this because we're getting different fossil nodes, so I'm hoping we will get some of those ones that we're missing while doing this. Realistically, what I'll end up needing to do with the fossil nodes is, as I start winding down to only needing a handful, I'll probably have to look up going, okay, what content am I not doing as much that we're missing out in this. I also haven't gone back to the forest in the back there. That might actually be something I do here in just a second, is we might not put our whole day into this area down here. But granted, this is working well. Those mystery coffers, they can have literally any of the relics in them. It's just, their odds suck, because, it's literally anything. Let's have a quick change of plan. I'm going to pop through this door, I'm going to see if there's kelp, and then we're going to go back up, because I haven't checked out the secret forest area. because we only recently unlocked it. I completely forgot that we had unlocked it. So let's drop this off real fast. I also kind of wish there was a place that we could get all of the kelp. Not, like, give it pretty not great amounts. Like, and you make it later in the game kind of thing. But give it, like, lower amounts and all that. But I do wish there's a place where you get any of the kelp, so if you're just like, hey, I'm just looking to generically farm materials, you can go there and get a little bit of everything. Alright, so we've got a decent amount of fossils and all that still. But what we're going to do is we're going to teleport up towards the mine. Alright. Shh. Come here. Shh. Come here, cutie. I'm not gonna hurt you. Very good. This pup isn't dangerous. Nah, just looking for a good home, aren't you? They're yummy. I promise. Try some. Good puppy. You've been through some rough times, haven't you? How long have you been living out in the wild? You're in luck. I have just the place for you. We'll keep you at the animal shelter until we can find you a good home. How'd that sound? Hey, Face Simplex, how's it going? I thought you'd like that. Come on, you can stay with me tonight. I'll get you cleaned up. I wish we had more options in this, like keeping a stray in your house. What if she bites? Keeping a stray in your house. What if she has fleas? I'm gonna say the fleas, so that at least we're not accusing the dog. What, do you think I've never had fleas before? I like dogs. They're just full of life and happiness. You know, I spend my days down in the caves. It's an honor to defend this town from monsters that plague it, but after a while, well, it can weigh on you, all that monster hunting. I need balance in my life, and volunteering at the animal shelter, helping the strays find their way, really helps me find my way, too. Keeps me sane. Is that stink cloud around the dog? Yes, the dog was in the wild, so the dog is ripe. It's a win-win, ain't it, girl? I thought so. Go home, garden rake. Alright. Don't care about any of that. We're going right over... Oh, that's blocked off there. Alright. New plan, because that should be open. It might just not be open from this side. Nope, that's blocked up. I could have sworn we saw the graphic of it opening. Not today's stream, the last stream. But I guess it's not open. Then what did we see open? So we saw the path of the way north open. We've already been back there, the bamboo forest thing. Huh. There's a lot of goodies back there, so I was hoping to get back there. Should probably grab some of these just while we're walking by them. Keep doing at least a little bit of foraging, so it's at least making progress. Alright, well that kind of derailed that whole bit. Yeah, so you... We can get those year-round. Well, in that case, what we're going to go ahead and do is... What ore would I need next? Where are we at? How are we doing on our ores? I've got... So we're going to need gold. So let's go to the gold cavern. We'll get ourselves a little bit of the gold and go from there. I think you were the third one? Were you silver or gold? I think you were silver. Either way, there's a gem right here, so we're going to go ahead and grab it. Even if it's the wrong one, I'm going to need more of all of the things, so... Of course, there's no ore here. Let's just try and take a quick peek. Yes, this is silver. So that's not what I need. Alright, let's pop back out. So gold's gonna be the far left then. Because this is the first one, that's the second, third, fourth. Okay, so I just had my middle two out of order. Yeah, so I figure I'll be down here. We could grab some gold real fast. Maybe get a couple geodes. Maybe get a little bit of the slime as well. Oh, I see. You're just glitched in the floor. I was like confused at what I was looking at. Alright. Then go here. And I'm just going to the easy floors to pop in and out of real fast. So ones where I don't have to drop in a hole just to get to anything. That we can just do a quick lap around. Killing mostly just the easy to kill things and things that give me slimes. Yeah, I'll pop into the 30th floor. That's not really an easy floor, but like going here. The point is, me mining to get the hole to go down place, it's good for mining skill, but I don't really need more mining skill. And being able to teleport the floors, it's honestly just more worth my time to just quickly hop down a floor real fast, grab what I want, and then move on to the next one. Okay, and we're almost done for the day. Yeah, let's get out of here. I was mostly seeing if we get a little bit of slime goo and a little bit of gold just to do something productive with the rest of the day, but it's fine. We got a little bit of gold, not as much as I'd have wanted, but I'm not super worried about it. We'll end up needing it. But it's kind of one of those things when I reach the point where I'm like, oh no, I actually do need this now. I can just make an effort those days to specifically go out of my way to do it. So I could drop you off in here. We got 2 barrels, which is good. So you pop over here. Because that's what I could donate to the museum. Which, if I'm not mistaken, if I donate to that museum right now, that'll put us to rank B. So we actually, just by going into that mine, got lucky, got a gem we needed, and we got the double loot. So I'm able to drop this off, which means town rank B is achieved. And with that, one of the first things I'm going to need to do is I am going to need to get some quick money. We've got 2 more animals to buy that I won't be able to do until we officially have the town rank B. I need to drop you off in your box, which is this box. Cool. I do have a mysterious geode here, which should give us something. And the stone. Dear Human, congratulations on reaching rank B. We've added a new book to the library collection. Pufferfish Incorporated Volume 1, The Slime War 1, The Slime War 1 Version 2. Feel free to visit the library when to enjoy the latest edition. Cool. Oh, I don't have a queue open at the moment. I probably should. I'll go ahead and get the queue open because we're going to get animals very soon. I'm just going to need more money. So we're town rank B, so we've got new decorations at the store, new clothing, new books. We've unlocked the llama and the luwak, which the llama and the luwak were two things I needed. Our relationship with everyone has improved, so get ready, chat. We are about to get hit with a lot of cinematics when we go through town, where everyone is going to want to talk to us. And they're going to visit our house, and they're going to give us recipes, and it's going to be a whole thing. Alright. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Human, here's a recipe I use to make tarts. Might be cheaper to make them yourself. Eva. Hey, Human! Do you know how to make guacamole? If not, here's a small or simple recipe for you. I hope you like it. Macy. Cool. We can pop down here, and that's one artifact to drop off at the museum. Grab our batteries. Got a couple potatoes over there. So grabbing the recipes we can. And tell me, Vigil, what are this streak held? Yeah, no, you've got your 5-stream streak. Thank you for catching the last 5 streams without missing a single one. Means a whole heck of a lot, so thank you. I got a bunch of cucumbers. So what we're going to probably do here is I'm probably going to go ahead and see how much the animals cost, and we may be selling a giant mountain of stuff all at once just to try to make it happen. Wait, which... Okay, we could grab you out, drop you in. You get to go in this box. We can pop over here. Because, yeah, we're going to want to get all that stuff off the ground as best we can. Because I don't remember how much what we're looking at costs. I have a feeling it was something like one of them was like 12,000, the other was like 20-something thousand or something like that. I remember it was a lot, whatever it was. Was that all of them? Was there a gap here? No, there's not a gap there. Okay, so. Let's check in here real fast. Let's try and keep everything moving. We'll check on the bugs and all that, see what we got going on there. Yes, those aren't quite ready. That's all fine. All right. Yeah, we've got all that stuff there. That's fine as well. Okay, so let's go down, check on our animals real quick before I forget, because I will. The biggest reason why I want stuff like the auto petter and all that is just the fact that I will forget constantly. And I don't want to do this every day. But we'll get there. The important thing is to also continue getting their ranks up because we will have, I believe it's in the summer, is the Animal Festival. And we want them to be as high rank as possible during the summer because it makes it easier to win the competitions. There we go. Got all the animals pet. Yeah, out of pair. Hey, Witty, how's it going? Can I get a shout out for Witty, by the way? Another content creator on the platform. We raided them the other day. They're also playing Coral Island. Definitely good times over there. Alright, so let's drop off this stuff. That's not the right box. Okay, so let's see how much money I am going to need for this nonsense. How goes the Coral Island? It's good. We just hit our town rank B again, so that's awesome. So we can get our last 2 animals we're missing. We've already got the barn upgraded. Okay, so 60,000. Alright, my math is... Wait a second. No, that's right. Okay, so I need 60,000. 60,000. Right. I forgot about that. So that's going to be a whole thing where I'm going to need some ridiculous money. Okay. 60,000. So what we're going to do is it's time to get ourselves a little bit of cash influx real fast. I'm going to go into a bunch of these boxes.
What's the worst that could happen?
And I'm going to grab a bunch of these crops that we've been piling up around here. And we're going to be getting all those. So let's go ahead and grab all you. Grab you. We're going to leave the rice and all that. We don't have that much. It's not worth very much. Grab all of you. Grab you. Alright, Sam. I need to sell you everything. I hope you and your bank account are ready. That's not where Sam lives. But I hope you and your bank account are ready, because I have need to get rid of a lot of inventory. Errands. I'll look at Deepa, don't worry. Hey, Eva, did you make any cakes today? I kinda need one fast. I didn't, sorry. I have some fresh baked cookies, though. Will cookies do? Well, I guess so. Why? What happened? Last week was my mother's birthday, and I forgot to bake her some cake. She sent me a letter asking if I had sent her any cake like usual, because if so, she hadn't received it. I feel so bad for forgetting her birthday. What should I do? So you could tell her the truth and apologize. She's your mom. This doesn't have to be a big deal. You mean well. She doesn't have to know. It would upset her. Tell her that you didn't send a cake, and the mail service might have sent it to the wrong address. Send her flour, and Dean does wall clocks too. Nope, streak dead. Oh, weird. No, for me it showed you as having a 5-stream streak. Like literally if I scroll up here just a little bit, Tumble, it says that you're on your 5-stream streak. Unless you had like much higher and you just got back up to a 5-stream, which is entirely possible. Alright, so I mean, honestly, the best choice here is to apologize. It's your mom. Because, like, one, it's fair. People understand. And if the person's not understanding, like, if the person's going to be just a jerk about it, then you just don't need to deal with them anymore. Parent or otherwise. If people want to be nasty with you, that's fine. She doesn't have to know. It would just upset her. Tell her, you did send a cake. I don't like this one, because knowing a lot of people I know, they would probably go and start calling up the mail service and start being like, hey, my daughter sent this thing, like, what happened with it? Like, you know, not trying to, like, suss out that you did wrong, but, like, want to make sure the responsible party is held accountable or whatever. And send her flowers and Dean does wall clocks is just kind of a weird thing. Yeah, no, if her mom, like, my stance is if, like, you're saying, like, hey, I'm sorry, I forgot, you know, here, like, I've sent you cookies, especially since she's apparently sending a cake every year, so she's already doing something above and beyond just to, like, be sweet and all that, and she missed up 1 year. Like, if someone gives you a hard time about that, it's like, all right, well, I'm not sending cakes anymore. If you're gonna get on my case about that, like, I'm doing a nice thing. Like, honestly, people are understanding usually. Like, if you're like, hey, I got busy, I lost track of time, my apologies. Honesty is usually the best policy. The streak status only updates when Twitch tries to give channel points. So the 5th stream was really the last one you caught and got channel points for? Okay. Yeah, so tell her the truth. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I just feel really bad because she must have been waiting for it all this time. Thanks for the help, folks. I think I'll buy a couple of cookies to send over. Gotta go write some letter. Bye now. Like, don't get me wrong, and it's totally fine if someone feels hurt that you forgot their birthday, but, like, if after the fact the person's like, hey, you know what, I messed up, I'm sorry. As long as it's not, like, a reoccurring problem, like, you know, even then, like, birthdays to me, I understand people forgetting that kind of stuff. Like, if it's one thing to say, oh, I promise I won't forget next year, and then they forget next year, and then they forget, obviously at that point, that's a different story. But as a one-off forgetting, it's like, give me money. Alright, so it's a pretty good dent towards it. But I need 60,000. Birthdays are hard to remember. Yeah, no, it's like... There's been times where people are like, so what are you doing for your birthday tomorrow? And I'm like, my what? My what's tomorrow? Oh, man. Is it already time? Alright, so I'm just double checking, because I didn't check with the wind day. And I need to be on top of this, just so we miss that. So yeah, like, I've made the comments, like, if your days aren't on my calendar, I'm going to forget it. And it's also a thing that, like, I've fessed up to my wife that, like, I know when her birthday is, but it is one of those things that anytime it comes up that I have to, like, write down her birthday or whatever, it's like, it's this day. And I kind of psych myself out going, wait, was it that day? No, it was maybe this other day. And I get to the right answer, but there's definitely every single time where I'm like, was it this day? No, wait, it was the next day. No, it's the first day. And I don't know why. But it is one of those ones I always get right in the long run. But there's that momentary hesitation going, wait a second. Alright, so I need more stuff we can sell right now. Ooh, keep the silver ones. Because I want to keep at least enough of these that if I've got recipes, I'm good. But we are trying to sell a lot. Let's see, your wife and I are like that about the wedding anniversary? Oh, yeah. Well, I had a whole plan. So, we had our first date, and 1 year on the day after our first date is when I proposed. And then I was gonna try and make it 1 year on that date that we had the actual wedding. And I was trying real hard to make... excuse me? Okay, I think I had hit the wrong button to begin with and confused it. Cool. Alright, so we got the 75,000. That's more than I needed for it. That was not an efficient use of my money, by the way. We definitely missed out on a lot of opportunity we could have gotten there. But I want those animals now. And I do need to deal with that green screen. I can see where it's, like, bleeding through up here, and I gotta adjust stuff. You can only really see it... Why are you only open the first 4 hours of the day? The worst thing is it's exactly noon. That was definitely us walking up to the door, the person looking through the door, and locking it as they watched us approach. That's fine. So I need a flower of any kind. And I need round, stylish glasses and a razor and a great blazer. Alright. That's worse than Marnie. I think they have different hours, different days. So where was the clothing store? There we go. Alright, so we need... Was it round stylish? Yeah, round stylish glasses. Which was down here. And then the grape whatever blazer. Kind of wish there was like search functionality. At some point I also should... That's vintage purple. I don't remember those ones, the vintage ones. Royal Grape Blazer. I believe that's the one we're looking for. Because that lets us get the Giants thing done. And I actually took the mushrooms out of there, which I didn't mean to. Alright. It's such a good mix of life sim and farming stuff. Really do that? Oh, yeah. It's solid. Alright, so that should complete this quest. Ah, human! Human have the stuff? Good, good. Grog ready? Yes, Grog ready. Oh, the game was on sale. Like, it might still be on sale, too. It was on sale for the 1.1 release. It's something like 20 or so % off. Looks good, human? It's handsome. You look great. Yeah, Gong and Grog did it. Yes, Gong and Grog did. Let us go to Human Village, Grog. Okay. Well, hello there. Who do we have here? Ah, Human, is this your friend? Sure, let's go with that. Well, good to meet you, Human's friend. And what's your name? We are Goom Goom. I am Handsome. Handsome? What a unique name. Well, welcome to Coral Island, Handsome. My name is Connor. I'm the mayor of Coral Island. If you ever need any help around the island, don't hesitate to ask me. I won't bother you too long, Handsome. Human, see you around. What a strange fellow. Handsome? Must be a new fandangled name. What does Goom Goom mean? Kids these days. It worked. Gong and Grog look like human now. So much fun, so much to do. Excellent. We've helped they'll infiltrate our people. Soon will begin the downfall. You wanted me to give you a radish. And so we're actually winding ourselves down on a bunch of the random quests we get, so that's good news. So let's go grab ourselves a radish to give to the next person and keep all that moving. That's still just doing its thing. Do we have any wine that's gone in here? That's fine. Oh, right. Did I actually add? Yeah, we added stuff in there. All right. So that's all good. And we already checked all the other stuff here. So I need to grab a radish. There we go. So the radish is going to who now? That's not... Oh, I also need to give Yuri another gift before the week's done. And we haven't figured out what Yuri likes yet. So I'm going to go ahead and pop over to the beach real fast just to hit up the coffee place. Hey, Yuri, hold up a second. I'm buying you a gift right now. Does Yuri like coffee? You're so kind, thank you. Jack mentioned that we've got Luwaks on the island. Pretty cool, right? I think I'll check them out next week. You? Most people usually get their flu vaccines in winter or spring. That's when you're the most vulnerable. I get mine in the fall, prepare for the coming season. Give it a try, see how it feels. Have you had your flu vaccine yet? I recommend getting it every year. Even if the strain changes, at least you'll have some protection. Yup. Good advice. And who the heck were we supposed to give the radish to? Was it Deepa? Deepa's usually up here. Yeah, so Deepa's up there. So I can give Deepa the radish. Oh, we got cherries on the path. That's good. I probably should be grabbing more cherries, because they're only available rarely this season. Alright, and that'll help with that and give us a little bit more. So I have 1,000 points there, so that's something I should go and upskill some stuff. But let's grab those cherries we saw on the path. Because cherries are hard to come by. And then we can go to the blacksmith and pop the coffers. And all of that to hopefully get ourselves more stuff for the museum. Alright. Okay, and we're running out of time with today, so I actually don't think we're going to be able to get by for the next round of the stuff in the museum, or at the blacksmith. We'll see. Because I also wanted to get by the lab, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's just too late in the day. So we drop all that off. Drop the silver kelp in there for now. Was there anything else we needed here at the moment? No. We can pop over here to the relics. All those go in there. We've got this set aside already. Just checking to see. So that's another duplicate. So that's for the museum. And the rest of this is all fine. Drop off all you. Drop off all you. I'm gonna drop off the cherry here. Alright, so I got 2 items in the museum. You should be about done. No, you got a little while longer. Cool, so let's pop over to the museum real fast. Actually, can I get to the blacksmith to get the other round of it? I'm gonna try. We'll see. It's gonna be close. But I can see we can quickly drop this off at the museum real fast. Or get the blacksmith to pop these real fast. Alright, I don't think any of those were new, but that's okay. And let's see. I think we're too late for the lab, but I'm still going to pop over there. We are a town rank B, so as you can see, the vines are just taking over pufferfish more and more. Yeah, you're closed at 3. I knew one of the 2 of them closed plenty earlier. And I'm glad I didn't go. I was about to walk into the cooking store and be like, okay, let's do that real fast. Had I done that, like, that would have been not great. Okay, so got the onyx. That's another one in there. And grab you back. And the other one was the clay pot. Yeah, so we're getting through most of these. So pretty soon I'll be able to start duplicating, because we're about to finish with the second box. So pretty soon we'll get that done. Got a couple more things to drop off in here real quick. Which, if you're ever curious, one of the things you can actually do is you have your collection of rewards. You can see what you're missing in your donations. So, like, right now, I'm only missing 12 artifacts. I'm only missing 3 critters. I don't know what the shark collection is about, but we're only missing 2 of that. We're missing 17 fossils, 3 insects, and 14 fish. So that's what we're missing all here. The gem collection, which is all of these, I've got about half of them, but that's because I've been holding on to the ones I don't have duplicates of. And I don't remember what the vintage artifact is from either, but you get the idea. We're starting to get some of these pretty close. And then each time you finish like one whole set where you get like all of the earth gems, then you're good. And the thing that's really nice about that is that can kind of hint at to where to find things. So like if you're like, oh man, I'm really struggling to find this last couple gems I'm missing, you could look at that and go, oh, it's earth gems. So I just need to go to the earth gem place. We already checked the fish like a dozen times, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. So, gold bars. I'm gonna have a need for more gold bars. I'm gonna have a need for more silver kelp and gold essence. I need a lot of things. Let's pop over here because I don't remember what I've already tossed in here for processing. Yeah, we probably need more. It's a hard call. So we need more osmium ore. I need more of all of the essence things. That said, we've already gotten most of the bronze essence stuff. So it looks like gold essence is probably where I want to put some effort in real fast. Which will be good because that'll take us to our new area up here. So I can go into its cave and see if we have any luck finding things. Pretty soon I'm going to have to step away from the computer for just a couple of minutes. It's about the time that my wife gets home and everything, and I do try and welcome her home. That way I can also like toss dinner in the oven and all that. So it usually is the one break I take earlier on in stream that's a little bit in the longer side, about 5 minutes or so. It's also going to coincide with the ad break coming up here in just a minute, which is the reason I'm letting you know is it's right about to start. I needed to upgrade my sickle more. These are taking more than one hit. We don't want to deal with that. It's fine. We're already in here. But does mean I'll make much slower progress in here. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do that here in just a minute. But yeah, I just tossed my dinner in the oven, or whatever needs to happen to make my dinner happen. And then, you know, like usually she'll bring it up when it's done, that kind of thing. The big thing is to welcome her home. You know, she's at work all day. And it's just one of those things that, it's such a small thing, but it means a lot to people when they feel welcomed and all that. I think that might be her pulling in right now. And the ad's starting, like, literally any second. Then it's animal buying time? Yes. Yeah, the moment I get back from the break, we will be advancing to the next day, and then we gotta buy the animal. Because the problem is they closed at noon this in-game day. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna quickly turn on our music, and I will be back in just a couple of minutes. So thank you again for tuning in, and I'll be back here real soon. Eat a potato, eat a potato. Too late. And it is done. Jeremiah Wiener has finally passed at 1 year, 4 months, 12 hours, 135,120 zombies killed. At the end, we have managed to reach 8 fitness, 9 strength.
I am what you seek. Want to help you.
Once I am actually not being dealt with work. But let's say, you know, I'm getting exhausted, I'm in a bad way, I can't fight what's left, I'm too tired. So what I might do is I might do something like this. I go, okay, you know, I sneak around here, I cut the corner real fast, cut the second corner, and then I go sneak. And the reason you do that is you pull the zombies, they lose line of sight of you, and they lose line of sight of where they're going to like last have seen you. And then you sneak and you just try and you know, get away from the situation. You could also do that where, like, if you do manage to... Where are you up to with that? Did you interrupt? Oh, God. Did you interrupt my picture? Stop getting in the way of the camera. Oh, come on. It's perfect. I'm okay if you're anxious, so long as we don't get anxious. Right now, I don't want to see anxious on our character. We're just going to see if our Nimble 5 will carry us through. Now, our hope is that we actually got the zombies off the car. Mayhaps not be a jerk about it. Okay, I got some. And that's why you hold shift when you hear the noise. Don't you do that. Whew. Well, I'm amped. Who's amped? No, 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 no. I got hit by something else. I saw the trigger too. And I got... Get out of my way, man. Ooh, fog. That's exactly what I wanted with my tropical storm helicopter. Fog. Excellent. This feels great. This is exactly what I want as we're going into nighttime and it's going to get super dark and I won't be able to see. This helicopter sucks. I'm glad we're not in a very high pop area because this is the kind of thing that would get you killed 100%. This is going to be a fiasco. Yep, I cannot make out at all who is winning that fight or what's happening with any of that. So, Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh! What? Retreat back here? We're probably dead here. Reverse kill box, question mark? No, because they're just gonna come in from the side. I do not have a good position to do anything. I didn't even see them drop over here. That is so many. And they are all rocking guns. It also feels like it caters to that specifically. Yes, that's... You you okay there, Bo? I'll just give you a moment to sort yourself out. You nothing's breaking, right? No. All right. I mean, you take your time. When you're ready, you can settle down. It's making terrible noises. I'm not sure how well you can hear it, but it's going crunch, crunch, crunch. Mr. Theo is good at singing. I want to be like him when I grow up. What do you want to be when you grow up? Sir, that is a question that creates an existential crisis I'm not prepared to fight. And in a game where a single hit can be the end of it, 95% is still not good enough. Did I? Someone clipped that. I'm pretty sure we just pushed him and it counted as a spear stab. Don't hit. That's not good. Alright, you know what we're doing? We're gonna go with this is not our problem. We want no part of this. Yeah, I don't know about anyone else, but if you have a colony where you've got 12 kids that you've raised there, definitely MVP parent. Because that is a lot of kids. Yeah, so we gotta find a lung, an eye, and a kidney. If you're ever wondering, chat, you shouldn't leave school in session in a toxic environment. Or don't mean like toxic like people are mean and not kind and all that. We're talking toxic as in like, you know, industrial waste. Also, children, you should have grown up faster. We talked about it. Well, it takes care of your overpopulation of children. Yeah, but it took care of it a little too good. But okay, and we are back. So give me 2 seconds to stop the music and get back into the game. And I do hope everyone's been on a good one. Let's see. You're doing awesome. Keep it up. Well, thank you. Are you a boomer? Just the fact that you asked that question makes me immediately judge that I shouldn't engage with you because, you know, generally it's one of those things that while I got no beef with minors, I don't really want to interact with them and do so knowingly. Because that's the whole thing. Sorry, I couldn't see the preview to make sure everything was running fine. Are you a boomer? I'm sorry. I don't know what age group you think boomers are. But you're off by a couple of decades. That is a first. No, generationally, I am 100% in the range of millennial. That said, that's mostly around different living experiences that people have and marketing and all that, which has honestly been a wild change for me. You know, you grew up working retail and you had all the stuff like Horse with No Name and like there was certain styles of music, like, you know, classic rock, that kind of stuff was where you heard at a lot of the different places. Classic rock, oldies, that kind of stuff, like that kind of music is what you'd hear at the retail store. Because, you know, baby boomers were the target demographic they were going for. Even if it was selling like kids' toys to like my generation, you knew mom and dad were the one buying it if I'm 10 and 12 and all that kind of stuff. And it's just kind of one of those things that that's where you targeted. Your goal was to convince the people with the money to part with their money for goods and services. And now that it's the millennials who are the ones who are the ones in the spending age range, who are the ones who are working in those types of jobs and all that. It's been very interesting seeing the music switch to like the 90s slash, early 2000s. Your favorite movie was Big Chill? You loved 30 something? Yeah, no, but it's been wild just like going to the store and being like, hey, I remember, like, I haven't heard this song in forever. I remember this song was really popular when I was a kid. And you quickly was like, wait, is this what it's like to be actually marketed to? Is that where we're at now? It's no longer weirdly feeling like, all of society is in a different world than you and your peers. Now, this is what it's like for, for that beforehand. This is weird. Or we made the, me and Toom made the comment we were out someplace, which I won't say the specific place, because don't dox yourself. But it was a touristy location. And we were going around like, this is playing like all sorts of, what was pop and rock and all that. Again, mid to late 90s, early to mid turn of the century 2000s. And just being like, this is great. This is fantastic. They managed to find the 10 good songs we had in the 90s. Barry Minlow? I don't know much about celebrities. Gotta be honest. It's always one of those things that I never really got much into, like, keeping track of monitoring or whatever celebrity stuff. So it feels like, oh yeah, it's a person who starred in this. You kind of stare at them, you're like, I have no idea who you're talking. They'll say, like, the actor name's like, yeah, that was in the wrong direction. I know even less of what you're talking about. Alright. So we're just down here getting a bit of gold kelp, trying to get more fossil nodes to try and get the fossils situation improved. Get more of the coffers because that'll help us get some relics. The whole thing. Let's see, a neighbor was gathering sort of thing. You heard the adults chatting and the kids playing. It was pretty nostalgic. They turned on the music and stuff listened to high school. And you felt really old. Yeah. It's rough sometimes when you sit there and you you sit there and you hear stuff and you stop and you go, wait a second. That was 14, 15 years ago. Hang on. And that's if you're lucky. A lot of times it's like that was, and you're thinking 14, 15 years ago, it's like, I'm sorry, old man, but that was 30 years ago, and you're like, stop it, you're hurting me. You're causing me physical duress right now. That's half the movies. Half the movies will come up as like, man, I remember really loving that movie. That was 25 years ago. Why would you hurt me like this? Why can't there be joy in the world? Back in my day, you had 2,400 baud, and that's the best you could get. Hey, I remember when the internet was new. So this is kind of one of those things. Oh, so finishing that quest for him gave us 3 hearts with Gong and Grog. I don't remember it being that generous. I'm certainly gonna take it. But that's good news. You like to think of it in terms of milestone? That movie's old enough to drink now? Uh-huh. That was a long delay before me being able to load up the screen. Let's see, I remember when you had printed out books of internet sites using Gopher, Archie, and Veronica. I don't remember Archie and Veronica, I remember Gopher. Let's see, our kingdom is about to embark on an important project called Starlit Expedition. and we need your help. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to assume this thing. Our kingdom is about to embark in an important project called Starlit Expedition. We need your help. Given your unique experience as a human living in Starlit Town, we believe you could provide valuable insights into this venture. Please join us at the palace to discuss details. Merfolk Kingdom. And that's not all Merfolk, that's just King Crocodile, for the record. We have decided King Kakatao is, I'm forgetting his pronunciation and I feel bad. We've decided he's just gonna have like a very nasally voice. It's a trap. You are uniquely experienced as being a human. We know no one else that has had this experience, and therefore you shall suffice. Okay, we can grab you and drop you off. Oh, right, we sold a bunch of these things. I was like, man, that's right, we basically ripped apart half of our crop stocks to make that work. I did notice I'm missing one plant right here. And that's deeply upsetting me. It is what it is. We're gonna have one that's gonna be the odd one out. It's fine. If we don't look at it directly, we can pretend it's not really there. Give me the good milk. Do it. Nah, it's not the good milk, man. You gotta try harder. We'll get it next time. Give me the good wool. Yeah. See? Why can't you be like Vado? What do pigs do in this game? They find you truffles. We got a little feather. And a big feather. That's good. Because I needed the big feather as one of my offerings. Let's see, what gave you a major headache was realizing 5 years ago that kids born after the turn of the century are old enough to drive now? Yeah. It is one of those things when you start really kind of looking at the numbers and all, you're like, wait a second. Wait a gosh darn minute. They're how old? And they've been driving nearly a decade. If it's the turn of... Well, yes. So if you're talking on a learner's... What are you? Oh, yeah, you just give me scrap and batteries. If you're talking about, like, turn of the century, like, right on 2000, yeah, then they've been driving on their learner's permit for just shy of 10 years. In most places. Different places have different rules around when they could and couldn't start driving. Yeah, so that's all fine. We can grab all of you. Drop you all off in here. And for right now, we just dropped it in there. I need 5 of those. And we keep the little feather, because those are actually kind of hard to come by. We'll buy the new animals. We can drop off the big feather. And then we've got all of you. Give me an osmium one. Yeah. Because that's another thing done. And I've got a couple more seeds in here. So I'll swap these around. Thank you, wifey.
Enjoy.
You enjoy.
Yeah.
Love. Alright. It makes your soul want to leave your body, realizing kids who were born when Skyrim came out are old enough to now play Skyrim, and we still don't have a new Elder Scrolls. Uh-huh. That's also, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's also true with GTA. That's actually true of a number of games. The one, and I know I've said this a number of times in the channel, the one that always gets me is, and it's gotten farther than that since then, is if you go to the original cinematic release of Jurassic Park, like the original Jurassic Park, and the moon landing, like the very first time we landed on the moon, that the release of Jurassic Park is closer in time to the moon landing than Jurassic Park's release is to today. You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone currently going through a minor existential crisis. Alright, I should probably keep some of that cotton. I don't know. We'll put that in our flowers. Okay, so first, before it gets too late, we need to get our llamas. Exclamation mark join if you want to, never mind. It's the next day. I hate to say it, Marnie might actually have a more reliable schedule to deal with than they do. Oh, right. You know what I forgot? Honey can make mead. I forgot about that. That's what honey's, you know, one of the things it's used for in this game. Alright, so we do want to get the beehives on that stuff. Alright, so. That has derailed my entire mental process. Okay, so. You still like your original Star Wars is closer to World War II than modern day? I hadn't heard that one. I have to sit down and do the math. I believe you. But yeah, so, boom. That's the cotton done. Boom. That's that done. So we've already got the quail, and I just need to get the 2 new animals. So we're doing good in there. So the precious gems. So it does seem to be remembering what we've got there. I'm just going to go on the assumption that it works fine, and that I don't need to be paranoid about it, which is not a safe assumption, but it's what I'm gonna do, because I want to see progress. So grab you. Oh, well, that's only... Alright, we'll deal with that later. Only getting 1 gem put in there, so that's the thing. I'd like to inform you that, little known last fact that Jurassic Park, has been true for half a dozen years already. Uh-huh. Someone had a one that's a bit more up to date. I can't remember what it was, but it was one of those things where it's, you know, you sit back and you think of these two things that feel like they're not even remotely close to each other, that, you know, like just an event happened so long ago it's not even remotely relevant. And then, you know, you do the numbers and go, oh crap. Alright, so I can't remember. Oh, I need to do the books. I hate fish. We were an accomplice. What? Okay. Yeah, so the blacksmith is open today, so let's pop open the stuff we pulled out from below. That's horrifying. It's the one that gets you his modern day remake Back to the Future. Would have Marty McFly traveling 30 years back in time to 1994 rather than 1955. Mm-hmm. Yup. Time is upsetting. Okay. So I've got all that stuff. And before I forget, because I absolutely will, let's hop down to the community center and read our books. It'll probably get cinematic because we haven't been in here in a little while. Hello, human. Taking care of business in town, too? I got here not too long ago. The mayor should be here soon. I promised him I'd take a look at his broken HVAC unit. Hi, Joko. Hi there, human. Thanks for meeting me here. By the way, I know you're a businessman, Joko, so keep this short. I have no idea what happened. Last week, I received a complaint from Leah about the Havoc not working. Maybe a wiring issue? Blown fuse? I don't know what to do. Please bill me for your time, Joko. I'll sort it out right away. Oh no, that's alright. It won't cost me anything. Please, it's the least I could do to contribute to the town. Well, if you insist, I'll be sure to let everyone know at the next town meeting. After all, a good deed should not go unrecognized. Enough small talk. Shall we get to work? I think I might know what's wrong with it. I've had a similar thing happen to my brother's HVAC unit years ago. Let's check the electrical panel first. Sure thing, it's just outside, beside the recycling center. This way. We're 9 years past the hoverboard incident at the courthouse. Yup. Here it is. Let's see here. Well, as I expected, Mayor, we've got a couple of blown fuses. Looks like a short caused by old wires. This may take longer than I thought. That's very unfortunate. We need the Havoc running as soon as possible. Human error from recent rainfall could damage the books in my office and library. Human, could you give me a hand? With your help, this job could get done sooner. I mean, the correct answer based on our character should be, I don't know anything about electrical panels. What should I do? Because this is not going to be a minor amount of voltage going in here. This is like a major power junction for like this entire giant building and the recycling center here. This is put you in a hole kind of power. You definitely don't want to fuss with this if you're not literally an electrician. Sure, I can help. Let's split up the job. All right, human. And then it just blacks out. You have died. A few minutes later, or it just goes and you fry the thing. There, that should do it. You handled pretty well, human. Is it done already? Amazing. I know I always can count on the both of you. Big thanks to Human for helping out. I really appreciate it. Alright, let's head back to the community center and turn on the Havoc right away. And we'll go 10 steps and cinematic. This thing... What's the problem? I don't know. I was using the computer and it crashed. I restarted, but now everything's messed up. I can't just tell Mizzy because even though I work at her department, I'm not technically allowed to use certain things. I don't know, okay? Stop looking at me like that. The point is, the computer has crashed. What do we do now? Like, again, this is one of those things, you messed up, you tell the person, say, hey, I messed up. Because, like, in this case, it is an employer-employee relationship that, you know, Millie and Scott are in the same department, and Scott has used Millie's equipment without permission and is not supposed to and has damaged it. And yes, that can get you in trouble, but I could tell you if I was the supervisor, leader, manager, whatever over top of you, and I found out you went behind my back to try to fix a problem you shouldn't have caused in the first place, that is going to be a huge pile of negative points on your side. Like trying to hide it means I know for a fact I cannot trust you and will not trust you with anything. I probably the next time I have to let someone go, you're going to be on that list. Versus if you came forward and said, hey, I did something I wasn't supposed to, I messed up. There's points there. You still messed up. It's still not a positive mark. But the fact that you did come forward with it is big. Like, that actually is a big thing to go, hey, I know that Like, when the cards are down, this person will do what they're supposed to, kind of thing. Tell Millie, she'll know what to do. Not a great idea. I think I'll try to find Lily and see if she can help. Want to come? Let's hope Millie doesn't use her computer until it's fixed. Like, and I get where you get in that mindset. You're like, I wasn't supposed to do that. And so now you're just going, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. That you're not thinking it through. Alright, Pufferfish Volume 1. Pufferfish outlines our ambitious journey as we spearhead to the development of Oil Town, envisioning it as a beacon of progress and innovation in oil drilling sector. We pride ourselves on integrating green technology and sustainable methods into the core of our operations, reflecting on our commitment to environmental stewardship. Our state-of-the-art drilling techniques are designed to minimize ecological impact, setting new standards in the industry. As we transform Oil Town into a hub of energy production, we also focus on community development and eco-friendly practices. Pufferfish Incorporated is not just creating an oil town, we are building a future where energy production coexists harmoniously with environmental care. Cool. Slime War Part 1. Verse 1. In the heart of the cave where the echoes play, lies a squishy, squelchy gang day and night. They slip, they slide, without a care, jiggling and wiggling, like jelly at the fair. Of course, oh slimes, slimes, slippery and fine, dancing in the dark in a gooey line, bouncing here and there, with a splishy splashy, making funny noises like a bubble bath bash. Alright. Their colorful crew, with shiny sheen, the gooeyest bunch you've ever seen. But there's one oh so large, a boss of the night, Master Slime is his name, reading books in the light. So let's hear it for the Slimes and their gigantic scholarly boss. In a world of ooze, where they dance and they toss, they slosh and splash, they'll continue their spree, the happiest book-loving Slimes there ever could be. What a nice design, especially this hat, this hanging table thingy. I'm trying to talk to whoever you are. Oh, it's Valentina. The inn is too far away for Archie, so we meet up here to read new comic books. Well, that's cool. Oh yeah, no, I've noticed that's happening. We've noticed a couple places where there's been like mistakes with breakpoints and all that, and escape characters. So yeah, they do need to have like another pass to like clean up some of that. Which if you look at the patch notes of the stuff they put out, that is a lot of the kind of stuff they've been fixing. Is just the little one-offs all over the place like that. Okay, so we have no brand new artifacts. I did see. So we got one I can drop off here. We got, I love that the dumb phone, which is like a Samsung brick phone from back in the day. I love that that is considered an artifact. It amuses me greatly, even though it slightly does make me hurt because I did have a brick phone. Now granted, mine was, I think, a Casio? I don't remember. And 3 more for that. All right. So we can drop off these. We couldn't do the artifacts today. We've got some batteries to pop out real fast. And we couldn't do the animals, so I'm trying to still not worry about any of that. And I should be keeping on top of this. I know I'm checking every day, and this is that paranoia thing. If I don't like pull up the wiki or whatever and go and say, hey, what day are the remaining ones, and like jot them down, This is the alternative to doing that, is just going, hey, let me check each and every day real fast. Because I know we've got the jellyfish, and that I've already got. It's going to be duplicating soon in the pond. It's one of the only ones I've got left for that. And I know we are missing the one in the fall. Yeah, alright, so what do we work on now for materials? We've got plenty of silver, we've got plenty of the gold stuff. We can go for the bronze. I could use a little bit more of that. I also need osmium ore. And I also need bronze bars. Let's go for the bronze bars, I think. Since we haven't been doing much in the mines in a good long while. Ah. What a nice dance. Whom thinks so? Cool, man. Oh, the Naga Palace. Right. I've got this big quest sitting right here that's like, hey, there's a thing you should do right now. Right. So maybe perchance I might do that. Because there's a whole thing about like some Coral Island expedition. We also are probably in the situation where we could try going on one of the new hangout mechanics with Yuri, which we should probably do. It's not fair. Human has a tail now. And look how nice it is. Human can go to the ocean exploring. I want that. But how come I'm not allowed to traverse the land? I'm a princess, no? Indeed. Your Royal Highness has a visitor. Oh, hey, human. I have just been talking about you this whole time. So, you got my invitation. Your invitation? Okay, well, it wasn't technically from the kingdom, it was from me. So, you're actually here to see Her Majesty, the Princess, me. Huh, not my parents. I know, I shouldn't have made the invitation so formal, but it's urgent. Once you hear my reason, you're going to be thrilled. I have this idea. Maybe you could take me to your hometown? What do you think? Yeah? Okay, so our answers are your parents okay with it, or I got duped? I'm gonna say, are your parents okay with it? Because I actually don't like either of these answers. Are your parents okay with it? Okay, just stay cool and go with the flow. The queen doesn't know about our plan. Ah, a gathering of some sort. Yes, ma'am. All right then. Enjoy yourselves. Ma'am, I'd like to... Sorry, that was louder than I intended. Mother, I find it unfair, and you'll agree with me, that the land dwellers get to have tails, and we don't. I mean, we don't get to have legs, not tails. We got tails. I want to go to Human's town, and Human will chaperone me. This is beyond me, Mira. Are you sure this is what you want? Yes, Mother. It would be an amazing experience. Asuka's like, please let me do his voice so people understand why her voice is so deep.
Uh-oh. Bad timing, it seems.
Father, your timing couldn't be better. Can I please go explore the land with humans sometimes?
What's your view on this, Your Majesty?
My main concern is for her safety. As long as that's assured, I don't see why not. Oh yeah, say no more, Mother. That settles it then. Q-Man, could you go get the ingredients for Choya Oyo to prepare some potions for me? I'm gonna need to grow some legs.
On one condition, you must be accompanied by 2 guards for safety.
Whatever you want, Father. I have to say, though, I thought you two would be a lot more resistant to this idea.
I guess sometimes even the toughest nut crack under the pressure. Consider us cracked.
Back to the matter at hand. You may take Samaru. Oh no, not Samaru. Can't we swap him for someone else? At one point in the past...
It's for the best, darling. We can't forget what happened to Liang. If we continue to restrict her, we risk losing her as we lost my sister.
I know, I just worry about her. But it's good to know we're on the same page regarding the matter of Mira and the surface world. So basically, they already had the discussions like, yo, if we try and like bottle her, my God. All right, you're on your own, princess. Those requirements, kindly go find a fire and climb in it. 75 osmium quality crops. We got work to do, chat. That's actually not going to be that bad. But it's just on the surface of just going there and just seeing that giant requirement. Okay, hang on. You know what? If we're going to be doing that much, change the plan. We're going to the mine. We're going to start getting our osmium tools. Because this is supposed to be endgame? Yeah, very clearly. Very clearly there was a distinct increase in requirements. Oh, we should see about the date mechanic. Are you at work today? You are not at work today. Where is... Okay, Yuri is down by Fish and Sips. Because I actually don't know how the date mechanic works. So that's the whole reason I'm like, let's figure this out. So she was down here. I don't believe we can gift her something. Charles has to take his antihistamine. I don't know what else to tell him. It will literally make him feel better. Don't worry about Charles, he's in good hands. I've got everything under control. Let me do the worrying for both of us, cool? Yes, invite to hang out. Oh, there are lots of places we can hang out. Okay, what do we suppose that Yuri would enjoy? Yuri does not seem like who would enjoy fishing. We know we see Yuri. Yuri is like quite literally getting coffee right now, so clearly she likes that. We see Yuri sunbathe, so we know she likes that. There's a very good chance she likes the hot springs as well. I don't know beyond any of this. So I'm going to go with a safe bet is let's hang out right here for a coffee break. And it's going to burn 2 hours of in-game time. All right, I'm in. It should be fun. So I wonder what all we actually do, if there's a bunch of interactions we do as part of this, or it's just like it passes time and we just see like them chit-chatting and all that. Either is fine. She drank hers and I clearly didn't drink mine. Glad you invited me out today. You're getting to know Yuri better. Okay. You were affected by a 10% movement speed after hanging out with Yuri. So we got increased movement speed temporarily because we hung out with someone. Oh, yeah, so Handsome's on there. We met one of the tourists. Our town rank is B. We're right around to hit museum rank B. So that's coming along. So I'm curious, if we go to Yuri... So it didn't show... I was curious what it said you're getting to know her better. I was curious if it was going to go here and we'd see something new on that roster. Wait, where did you meet the tourists? Oh, they're just around town. Like, when you walk around, like, I bet you if I go down here, there's probably gonna be a tourist around here. Like, sometimes you'll see him sitting, like... I think the one I had just put my mouse over, she was at the coffee shop one day. So it is kind of a neat thing. So, errands, you would like bananas. I can accommodate that. I'll worry about that the next in-game day, though. Thanks! Rank B. Cool, I guess I mean. It's not rank A, but whatever. At least things are less boring around here now? It's very bright out lately. It's the spring sun. It's waking up again. I feel like he didn't like my canola. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that was a disingenuous thanks. Where are you, Antonio? I'm on to you. I think you weren't actually happy with my gift. Oh, it was solidly didn't even blip on the radar. Has no feelings or experiences with it whatsoever. And I missed it on our birthday, so Ling is the 17th. Yeah, most attractions, and I haven't seen a single tourist. Oh, I've seen several. They're just randomly around if you run around the middle of the day. Alright, so I was going to say, let's go to the mine. And we're gonna start getting our better equipments. Yeah, no, there's sometimes at the inn, there'll sometimes be a place like the coffee shop and all that. So I'm going to need osmium. So we're checking floors, it's like 1, 15, 25, and then 30. And the reason I'm doing that is that are the floors that I could just go in and instantly have stuff here without having to take any ladders. Alright. Yeah, so we're gonna try and get what we can. Let's see, was you wondering why there's so many new extra characters I met? That explains it? Yeah. So, I don't know, like, what logic the tourists have to them, like, if they only show up certain seasons, or they only show up certain days of the week, or anything like that. I have no idea the depth of the logic to them, or if it's, like, just literally RNG. I do know part of it is your city rank, that, certain ones only show up once you hit certain town ranks. Alright, so with that, we can hop down farther. And now I just treat it like the normal mine. Because the first couple of floors, I was just trying to get the quick and easy ore. Yeah, so there's no ore nodes right here. That's okay, it means I could also catch up a little bit on the combat. You're halfway to rank S? Nice. This will also help me get a little bit more slime goop. If I can get more slime goop, then I can get more of the duplicators. And like I said, one of the big things we could do with the duplicators is I could chuck an osmium bar in the duplicator and just let it cut loose. And it does mean every couple of days I'll be able to get myself more of the various like barrel things and all that. And that'll just increase the rate we can produce stuff. That's fine. Alright. Getting a little bit of free bronzer as well. Oh, right. I should also spend a couple of these days... I should spend some time, you know, doing some cleanup of the farm so far as, like, actually making it look like something. Because you can actually burn a surprising amount of time pretty fast doing that. This is a pretty gargantuan floor. I also know there's certain things to unlock actually need the ore, not the bars. You should be able to put 5 in and get 10 out. Yeah. Oh, the duplicator? Yeah, just put up to an auto chest. That's the easiest way I found to deal with it. Just put it up to an auto chest. And just let the auto chest do all the work with it. I know I'm low on time, just want to kill that slime. Yep, because I wanted more of the slime. That's a great idea. Yeah, and that's what I end up doing. The thing you gotta be careful is whatever you're putting in that chest, you should have that chest be pretty much exclusively, just exclusively whatever you're trying to duplicate there. If you put in a variety of stuff, the duplicators will keep switching between things and it gets to be a little bit of a mess. Alright, so we did get some decent ore. Yeah, so I've got 7 in there, we got 47 ore. We can drop you off here. Okay, and we've got enough for... Oh, wait. Well, now we get to see out of... I don't think we actually passed out of 1. I think it was 2 we had figured out. I still haven't gotten to the point where I had not gotten to bed before 1 anyways. That was the first time, so we actually did hit 1, so we have till 2. Alright, so we gained a level in combat. We're level 7. We got stuff we don't care about. We did get a little bit of relation with Antonia. We made no money today, but that's okay. Yeah, if your machines glitch, just say, like, finish your day, exit the game, then start back up. And they'll usually unstick. Your house just got bigger. Yay, we now have a kitchen. Human, did I leave your pen? Did I leave my pen at your farm? I'm pretty sure I had it with me when I was there for the health record. Look around for me, will ya? Okay, so we're done with this thing. We can drop it off. Do we have anything else here that needed to be duplicated? Nope. That leaves us just with this box now. Okay, so we've got the hammer here to do. All right. I just got a bunch of random crops to pull up, so I'll be fine. Yep. I'm still amused that we actually made, like, a genuinely awful soup. So, for anyone who's wondering, when it comes to your soup ingredients, actually take into consideration whether or not something would, in fact, be good in a soup. Not just the quality of the ingredient. Because we put a high-quality strawberry into the soup, and people were not a fan. To be fair, in reality, a soup that size, if you put a strawberry in there, no one's gonna notice. There won't be nearly enough strawberry to meaningfully change the flavor of anything. But video games, you know how it is. So I do wonder how much of an impact going out in the dates, hangouts, whatever, like how much social that's actually worth. Like, is that going to be a major boon to being able to level up your social with people? Or is it just kind of like, it's better than nothing? Alright, so I need to get some seeds. We're good on most of those. I've got plenty of time left of the season. Come on. Alright, we should be good. Cool. So I'm gonna drop you down here. We can drop off all the stuff we got here. Alright, so we can drop off the strawberries in there. We have the carrots going here. Oh, there's another carrot there. We had the soybeans we were dropping in here, I believe. Yep. We're gonna drop the stone over there. And you got tree fruit to grab. Starting to get our gold quality. I'm pretty sure with the tree fruit, I don't know if it levels up as you level up your stuff, your already planted trees, or if it is a mechanic that, like, you plant your tree and after a little while you can start getting better results and so on. I don't really know which way it works. Either way, it works. Just over time as you're playing the game, they get better. There we go. Those are wild seeds. Alright, let's check on our animal friends here. We got a black truffle there. We need to swap stuff around. Clear out our new recipes. Alright. Okay, so still no luck on the better milk. We're working on it. Where's our egg? Oh, there's behind the peafowl. It's still no bigger egg. We'll get there. Alright, we can drop off all of our produce in here like we've been doing. And we can pop over here real fast. Huh. Did I not have that one of the boxes? I'm glad we got more of that. Oh, no, we did. We had the turnips in there. That's fine. Okay. So with that, let's go get our animals, as we once again are meaning to do that and keep not having it happen. Okay. So, animals. We've got our Luwak. And we'll do our name drawing. So exclamation mark join if you would like to be the Luwak or one of the 2 llamas, because we get a pair when we get the llamas, not just one. So let people go ahead and do exclamation mark join. We've already got a couple names in the queue. I just want to give people a chance to do that real fast before we get all that. So we're going to go ahead and deal with that real quick. And for those who don't know what a Luwak is, it's kind of like a raccoon. It's a different animal, but it's vaguely like a raccoon. And in this game, they're used to dig up, like, their special coffee bean kind of things. But they get, it's kind of like the pigs where they get like a truffle where they dig it up in the area from time to time, that kind of mechanic. All right, so we're going to have the last call on that. Last call. So if you don't get in there, it's too late, and we are doing our drawing. It is not empty. That's a lie. Ignore that. Groot's twig. Cool. We can go ahead and get that. So that'll be Groot's twig. And then next up, we got our pair of llama. So it's not a llama, it's 2 of them. And if you're wondering why you get 2 llamas with 1, llamas are social animals. A llama on a farm by itself is a very sad llama. They very generally do not do well by themselves. So the first one is Luxray, and the second llama is... Wait, all right, I'm gonna name it JD2V0. Did we already have JD2V0? Let me check real fast. I can rename it if we already have a chicken or whatever named JD2V0. I might just be mixing up stuff because it all blends together. Okay, and we've got our llamas named. And that is all of that. Is there more stuff you sell that I can just buy to make my life easier? No, that's fine. All right. So we'll need to do all that. That's fine. So let's check on our animals. I just want to make sure I didn't name two animals after the same person. Just because I do have a rule here when it comes to the naming stuff that each person only gets one thing. Yeah, so we actually had a duck named JD2V0, so we will be renaming that llama. Just trying to keep it fair, that way more people get names. Alright, so. Toggle edit. Do this. I haven't actually done this before, so I'll draw again. And then we have S. Well, to be fair, it could have been named after they had popped off stream or whatever. Or they could have been AFK for it. Like, it's not one of those things I'm like, how dare you? It happens. Why am I struggling? S2D Vitez. Okay. Yeah, so I got no problem with that. And we've got the last Lardine with the 230 stream streak. Oh, right. I need to pet the animals.
Take a sip. What's the worst that could happen?
And you shear llama wool just like you do with the sheep. That's the reason they look that way. Is they came pre-sheared. Alright, so we've got our black truffle to drop off. And I'll do my stretch and all that people have redeemed really fast. So I still need more of the large wool. Generally speaking, I would normally want to just get more animals. Thanks. I hate it. Alright, so today we can go and deal with the fossils real fast. And then we need to be bringing in more money. Excuse me, I'd like to talk to one of the researchers here. Get out. Excuse me, you haven't even heard what I had to say. I said, get out. But I have no interest in talking to you or your kind. My kind? Well, I hope you can continue your research once I'm mayor of this town. Goodbye, then. Mayor, who does she think she is? Oh yeah, no, it's very deliberate. They chose the name Karen and made her appear like the negative stereotype that goes on, which again, I do actually feel really bad for people who are named Karen who do not deserve that association and all that. It is funny though. But I do feel bad for I've known a few people who are named Karen, and then the meme took off and you're like, I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry for you. Alright, so if we get 8 silver kelp when we get back here in time, we can think. That name's ruined for a couple generations. Me and Tomb have been talking about like there are names good and bad that they just get so associated with something that people stop naming people them. And like we don't need to go into specific names, but we can go and say there's certain names related to World War II that will not be used by hardly anyone ever again, and that's a good thing. We do not need to say said name because, I mean, people can figure it out. But then there's also ones that don't even need to be like that. Like Kermit used to be a perfectly normal name that you'd see all the time. Like, that's literally why Kermit the Frog was named Kermit, is they wanted Kermit to just be, like, an ordinarily relatable person. But because of how pervasive it became, you just don't name people Kermit anymore, not really. Because everyone's just gonna think Kermit the Frog. And on the other hand, you have the opposite happen. Like, a name like Elsa, like no one on a significant level was naming their kids Elsa. And then you had Frozen. And now it's one of the more popular names. Go figure. Alright, so with that, I need more silver kelp. Let's double check to make sure I'm not sitting on a small pile over here, because I keep not watching. We've got some gold. But I need more silver. We can grab a bunch of you out of here and sell you. Then there's the Flash of the Pan names that anyone named the kid. Game of Thrones characters. Oh yeah, like those names that like, for 2 seconds something is super popular. And so a whole bunch of people name their kids off the popular thing. And then immediately it falls back off as like the next thing shows up. Okay, so I need more silver kelp. So we're popping back down here. I'm also going to need an obnoxious amount of the osmium stuff. So I'll need to figure that out as well. Like that, I'm gonna generally try and wait till we have the osmium scythe, just so I can go and make meaningful progress down there. Because the gold one isn't quite cutting it. Pretty soon I should also go and do another round. What I'll probably do is once we get the osmium equipment, I'll probably take the time to like start properly investing in enchanting these more. We've got them actually decently enchanted as is, but we could do significantly better. We should be getting pretty close to time that I will have the moray eel show up as a possibility to catch and get another fish knocked off our roster. What the heck is the new mobile homepage? Yeah, so they did do an update to the Twitch app. And for the record, I like the old one more. Before I say anything else, I like the old one more. I do see what the intent is for the new one, which it's to make discoverability better, and it does achieve that goal. The problem is, it kind of scorch earth your ability to really find and tune into creators and all that you've already found in the past. So it is one of those things that it does enable one thing, but massively fails on the other. That said, I've gone on the record to say that I do think getting the old app to have better discoverability on it is a far harder ask than taking the new app and getting it to serve both the I want to find new content and I want to find my existing content use case. But yeah, no, the first drop is rough. It's got a whole bunch of stuff like where auto plays videos and all that kind of stuff that people want to be able to disable, and very justifiably so. It feels like all of them are trying. So it feels like this is a problem that both YouTube and Twitch are going through, and Facebook as well, but no one really cares about Facebook. But it feels like all three of the platforms are desperately trying to figure out how to attract a younger audience. And just, because to be fair, we're getting older. Just what it is. And so they're trying to figure out ways to attract the younger audience. And they're looking at TikTok, which has been very successful with the younger audience. And they're trying to just go, what do we need to do to get the younger audience involved? And so there is the catch-22 of that going, okay, well, how do I get new people into my system while also not pushing away my existing people as well? You wouldn't count on getting the autoplay disabled? Probably not, honestly. Like, I don't like that it autoplays. Probably not. Because they're using the TikTok formula. And I think they're also counting on being in position that if the TikTok ban, like they've said it's gonna be banned unless they divest within a time period. It's very plausible that TikTok might suddenly not be available on the official stores in the US, which would suddenly mean that for all intents and purposes the app will go away, because sure, you'll have those who are technically savvy enough to go out, get the package, do all that stuff, but that's going to be a small subset, and for something that you want to be able to use with all of your friends, that'll be a deal breaker. Don't the youth stay away from stuff that old folks like? Not necessarily. There is certainly that kind of stuff as well. Like, if you're looking at the new hip trend thing and grandma shows up, that does tend to have a pretty strong chilling effect of you considering that new hip thing anymore. Like, that is a thing. But it's not strictly because, like, you can look at movies, and there are movies that both young and old people like. There are, books that both young and old people like. They're not exclusively things. And when you get into platforms like Twitch and YouTube and all that, I honestly think with some of that stuff, they are a bit more resilient to being more able to adopt a wider range. Like Reddit, for example. There are a lot of young people who do use Reddit. Reddit hasn't been dealing as badly with the whole, we can't attract young users. They've been doing pretty okay there. But a big part of that is the age part of it's like so detached to anything, because Reddit's not about, who's in my friends groups, who's in my circles, who's in my whatever. You're not going to have as easily mom and dad spying in on what you're doing or whatever. Like, they could on Reddit, they could see whatever stuff, but there's enough ways that you can just make a second Reddit account and hide it and whatnot. And I feel like, in a lot of ways, Twitch and YouTube fall in that, because, for all that matter, YouTube Shorts has been pretty successful in drawing in younger audiences. Like, don't get me wrong, YouTube's promoting the living daylights out of that. Which is part of why I am doing the vertical streams on YouTube, where I'm doing both vertical and horizontal at the same time, is entirely because YouTube is pushing it that hard. Because very genuinely, the people popping on the YouTube app in the Shorts tab and then just doom scrolling through it, like that's almost becoming the primary audience on YouTube. So for me as a creator who has to try and get myself as much visibility as possible to, help more people find the channel, that way I can continue to sustain an audience and yada yada yada, it means it works well for me. Because for those who didn't see, I put the numbers up on the Discord about how my first experiment went with it on Wednesday. And to give you an idea, the horizontal stream on YouTube drew in about 48 unique viewers. Not many. And most of the viewers, for the record, on those live streams, they actually show up after the stream. I've been having difficulty getting my footing on YouTube. Meanwhile, the vertical layout, it had 1,100 viewers. So it was a very, very significant difference. And it wasn't like, a difference in title or thumbnail or anything like that. Literally, the videos, the only difference was one was a vertical layout and one was a horizontal layout. They had the same title, the same absolutely everything else. Now that said, after the stream, I unlisted the vertical one because I don't see people going back and looking at that. It's also those things that having the same stream twice on the same YouTube channel, I haven't figured out how I want to navigate that. Because, I don't know if it's more beneficial for me to keep the video with the higher number of viewers on it present on the channel, even though it's not going to be as good of a viewing experience after the fact. Or if it's better for me to unlist the video, hopefully I've picked up, some number of subscribers or whatever from having that video on the channel, actively drawing people in. And then keeping just the horizontal. That's stuff I don't have answers to. I need to do more testing, more experimentation to come up with anything meaningful there. So we got enough for 8 more bottles of stuff there. We're still cooking our bars and all that, so that's good news there. Do we get the other monkfish yet? We have not. That should be any day now we get that second monkfish. But yeah, so I was expecting it to be a bit better, but it wasn't even remotely close, the amount of difference. And again, to be fair, the reason it's so high is YouTube's algorithm is artificially pushing up the short-form content. Because for YouTube, they see that as the play they need to make to remain relevant. Whether or not you agree with it, that is just the nature of how they're promoting it. Okay, cool. So we got the cheese press, and we got a skill in ranching. So this is good, because I need to get an aged goat wheel cheese, or an aged cheese wheel of goat cheese, as one of my offerings. So that means I have what I need to do that, I just need to actually do it. Solve that thing. Do you hate that's becoming the main audience, even though you're in that audience? Because ADHD, doom and scrolling, yes. I mean, part of it is, because YouTube holds stuff pretty much indefinitely, searching for video content, you find a lot of crap you don't care about on there. So there's a cheese thing, because I'm going to need that. So we'll do this for a chance of better quality goods, because that'll help me achieve goals better than the other one will. And for the record, I actually do think there is a balance to have with those things between short form and long form. That's actually one of the things I feel like YouTube does very poorly with a lot of its algorithm stuff, is when it comes to the considerations of the different types of content. in a lot of ways, YouTube has a tendency to punish you if you're doing lots of like really good long form content and streaming, because the audiences for those two different things are going to be different people. And so what YouTube does is if enough people start watching your videos and then leave early, it deprioritizes your content. Because the idea is that if a bunch of people tune in and go, nah, it means you're, like, as far as YouTube's concerned, it means your content must not be good. So stop promoting it. It's not good for, it's not good for YouTube to have, like, subpar stuff. Like, it still exists in the platform, you just won't organically find it searching. But what that does for having long-form content that's good and live content is it means you're kind of fighting a battle. It's also one of the reasons, one of the conventional wisdoms that's shown up on YouTube lately is that literally there is a tick box. We say, hey, promote this content with my existing viewers, my existing subscribers. And you can choose whether or not to check it. And the conventional wisdom is, unless you have like one specific content type you produce for everything, you uncheck that box. That having YouTube promote your video to your own subscribers actually actively bad for you. And it is because of the whole mechanic where if they duck out of your video early because it's not what they want, that it actively hurts you is the entire reason behind that. So in a lot of ways, you are punished for doing any type of meaningful amount of variety and using that. So I do hope they do some reworking of their algorithms on their side, because that whole situation sucks. Okay. So I've got all of you. Cool. We will just go ahead and put the cheese press right here for right now. Do I have a large goat milk? No. I need a large goat milk. That's fine. We'll have that soon enough. With a large goat milk, I can make the large goat cheese wheel. And then when I have a large goat cheese wheel, I can ferment the large goat cheese wheel. You get the idea of how that works. So I've got that going. Still no monkfish, that's fine. And grab you. There we go. All right. So we did get the large goat cheese wheel. That gives me what I need to make the large. I think that's another thing I needed there as well. All right. I believe that large egg was the other thing I needed. So if we look at this large egg, that's one. So I need to put that in for the goat cheese wheel. So go ahead and get that going. Because then I need to age it after that happens. Okay, we can drop all the rest off here for right now. Unfortunately, that's not big enough to matter. We can grab all of you. Drop you off. Alright, so we've got that. It's not making... Why are you not making the silver stuff? It's not where I want you. Because you have the kelp and the glass. I mean, I'll manually feed it if you need me to kick it over. For that matter, this machine's also not running here. It's been running fine this whole time. It's weird that it just suddenly stopped working. It's not the end of the world. It's just one of those things that's a little bit of a head scratcher. Alright. So again, we're just doing the paranoia thing of making sure we do not see anything that's got a gray mark on it. Because the fact that we know that some of these change, not just at the season change, but like first half of the season versus last half of the season, that kind of thing. And I don't really know the rules around all of that. Yeah, and that jellyfish we do actually have. We're going to be bringing it. Moray eel is available at night. So 6 p.m. Beach Ocean. It's Moray eel time. And that is why we keep checking this. And we have a giant stingray. So stingray is in the afternoon, and the moray eel is at the ocean at night. So let's go to the forest, get the stingray that shows up at noon, which is in just a little bit here. So if we just pop over here real fast, drop you off here. Mayonnaise machine is unlocked. Alright, so we want to get the stingray here. I am going to do the thing where I slow down time, just as a precaution, because we would like to get these knocked out. And I know it doesn't show up till noon, but this is close enough. By the time we hook, it'll be fine. So yeah, so I just need 2 stingray. Well, I mean, 2 stingrays the ideal, and 3 moray eel would be great as well. But then we can get that. We should be pretty close to done. So I thought the stingray, I thought it was windy that you had to catch it during, not just the later part of spring. Now, I guess the last question, is there any spring cavern fish that we are aware of? So any fish I catch in the caves that are only available in the spring. I know there's one for the winter, and I know there's one for the fall. And I know there's a third one but that we already got, but I don't remember what the conditions on that one are, just that we already got it. Because that'll be one thing we want to figure out. That'll be something that honestly I could probably figure out off stream on my own time anyways. Because we are planning on having the second half of stream today be RimWorld. We got another about 45 minutes or so till that happens. So, give or take, depending on cinematics and all that, roughly 2 in-game days we'll have before the switch over. And then the plan for RimWorld is, I've got the idea from a friend of the channel, Bloody Drongo, has been doing a challenge where he's got a mod called the Stardew, or not Stardew, the RimWorld Vanilla Expanded Ambitions. And the entire, was it Ambitions or Aspirations? It doesn't matter, whichever one. But the idea behind it is if you've ever played The Sims, there's this concept that your character has like lifelong goals. That they're like, hey, I want to accomplish whatever. And so this basically adds that to RimWorld. Where what happens is, they have these lifelong goals, and they get, I think it's like 4 to 5 of them. And they'll be something like, get resurrected, propose, have kids, be a cannibal. It's RimWorld. It gets dark. But you get the idea. Like, there'll be a handful of things. And they've got like 50 different ones of them. But the idea is, the challenge is to have at least 3 pawns who do ultimately get all 4 or 5 of their ambitions met at the same time. So you have basically 3 pawns alive at the same time who have maxed out their ambitions. If a pawn dies, they no longer count. You got to get a replacement, start working on them. But that's kind of the idea. And the other thing is you can't really cheese making sure you choose easy ambitions because you can't see on the character creation screen what those ambitions are. You don't get to see that until you actually get into the game. But it should be fun for a longer run that instead of having like it's a different type of challenge. It's not like most of my challenges are environmental challenges. So we do like maximum pollution, or we choose a really weird tile set, or we choose a really weird whatever. And giving yourself those constraints around that and doing all that kind of stuff. And I find that very interesting. But this is one where it's like, okay, the map is normal, but for some of those ambitions, you're gonna have to do some weird stuff to accomplish it. You're gonna have to do stuff to influence things. Like some of them is to get like maximum level in the psychic powers is one of them, which is a non-trivial. A lot of them are significant undertakings to get them. So it should be fun. Come on. Give me my second stingray. Because with that, I could ditch the stingray real fast in the museum, and then we can go on to catch the moray eel and get that knocked out. Which will also work out, because I don't remember if the jellyfish was still available. It probably isn't. If the jellyfish is still available and the moray eel, there's a really good chance I can knock out the jellyfish too. Like, we have it, and I just have to put in the pond to duplicate it. But, I mean, if I'm already there... Alright, so that'll be another eel. Or not an eel, a stingray. Alright, so we got the 2 stingray. Just making sure it's not one I need 3 of. Cool. I only needed 2 of it. So I can pop by the museum, drop it off real fast. And boom. We got some osmium and all that. That was probably our museum rank B just happened. Is what I'm guessing. The fact that we got extra rewards. Or we had it for a little while. Yep, so we definitely jumped up a bit. Oh no, we have 3 more points, and then we go. So literally, if I get the moray eel and we drop it at the museum today, we set up our museum to go up a rank. And as I mentioned a couple times before, it does seem like when you hit one of those rank thresholds, whatever you want to call them, that you do get like an extra step for it. I'm going to just drop the mayonnaise machine in here for right now. That you do get like an extra jump in your city rank. That hitting thresholds gives you an extra bonus. We can grab you out of there and you out of there. It seems to be working okay. Worst case, we'll have it where we get our stuff sorted. So we can drop you in here. We can drop all of you in there. How much longer do I have? Okay, so cool. Yeah, so it's from 4 p.m. on, and then, yeah, so we'll just go there, because I can catch both the jellyfish and the moray eel. The moray eel is not quite available yet, but it's going to be available very soon. That, honestly, I'm down, because, like, the jellyfish becomes available in 30 in-game minutes, which means we're basically here. So I'll just break a couple things on the beach while we wait, because I've been ignoring a bunch of this stuff for a while. Gotta say, not a real big fan of spring. It's just not for me. Speaking of seasonal stuff, you can get tulips, wasabi, and celery this time of year. What else? Wait, scratch that one on the celery. I don't think it's celery season just yet. My bad. We're not going to go on another date with her right this second. I've been warned that I need to watch out for these. I don't have anything else for her right now, but we'll try and get her something else as a gift. Alright, so we should be able to catch the jellyfish by the time we get something hooked. So we really only need, I think, is one more jellyfish, and then we need the moray eel. And the moray eel will show up at 1800. And then with that, we'll probably be entirely done with bugs and fish for the entire season. Which will be good. That'll probably be something I verify off stream on my own time. Is I'll probably just go and look and not figure out where everything comes from, but just kind of do a quick, does anything else need spring? Alright, so we've got the jellyfish. Did I only need the 2 of these? Yep. Okay. I see that the coconuts are in season, so let's go ahead and grab some coconuts while we wait. Well, here's a question. Hey, Yuri, do you like the coconuts? She probably hates these. Nice. Thanks. Wait. Hold the phone. Did you actually really like that, or was that like a generally positive reaction? No? You're neutral. Okay, that's fair. So she didn't like or hate it. It was just solidly... It was solidly mid. Yep, so I'm just grabbing a bunch of stuff. I could speed up time again, but I'm like, yeah, I'll just deal with it. Grab some random stuff that we got around here real fast. Drop those off. Alright, that'll be the coconuts. That'll be some of the other stuff here. That's our forageables. We can go to... Oh, our bug box, we can just sell you. Oh, for the foraging box. What can I move around here that makes sense? Let's move that to our tree stuff box. Even though it is a forageable, I'm just going to put it there, artificially giving itself a different assignment. You can go here. So I've got the jellyfish to donate. There's another one, so we'll keep the gold quality and drop you off. Donate to the museum. Your farm is so efficient. Well, thank you. It's actually in pretty big need of like cleaning up and decorating and all that stuff. I've certainly been neglecting taking the time to prettify it. Alright, so we got the jellyfish knocked out. That's another one off our radar we just don't have to deal with. And let's hop over here and check the beach on this side, as well as check for more coconuts and all that. I don't care about these. That's not what I wanted to do, it's what I did. Now we got coconuts here, and here, and there. Okay. I'm assuming that was a mistype. Your dog. Animals will do that. I vaguely recall there was a thing earlier on that we were told to show up here around 6 p.m. And we didn't do it because I forgot about it. So I'm just going to see if that triggers real fast. So we're just going to wait till it's 6. Yep. We got asked to show up here about 2-3 seasons ago, by the way. Hi, human. I'm glad you made it. Oh, really? Didn't I sign the letter? Haha, my mistake. I must have been in a hurry and forgot to sign it. Anyways, I thought it'd be nice to get together for sunset. You've met Ben. Hey, human, how are you doing? Want some coffee? It's been in my pocket all day. It's mostly still in the cup. Mind the grit, though. He's decided to say hi, apparently, trying to see if there's something to steal on your desk. Gotcha. Alright. The farm's going okay so far? Are the islanders treating you alright? Yeah, so far so good. Cool. That's awesome. I'm glad you decided to come back here. It's nice to have you around. Here's to lots of hanging out ahead. Here. Alright. So that's just a cinematic I forgot to get way earlier, that they're like, come to the beach at like, 6 p.m. And I think during the winter it doesn't work or something like that, because they do have cinematics that have those types of conditions that they're like, hey, you can only do this during the season or not in that season, that kind of thing. Alright. So we just want to get our moray eel and get that sorted. Yeah, sorry, I already read that. Alright, so let's see. So we got ourselves another jellyfish, that's fine. We're just here for an eel. And by that I mean I'd like to get 3 of them, because then that saves me using the pond. Because I need 1 for an offering, 1 for the museum, and then we need 1 more just to have a spare should I need the eel for, like, a gift or something. Or not a gift, but for, like, a quest or whatever. Alright, so we got the minimum 1, which means we're locked into the point where if everything goes wrong, I could still breed them in the pond. But if we do manage to snag 2 more, then that's even better. Because that means I can get an offering and a museum item in there today. We're also getting pretty close, I imagine, to hitting level 10 fishing. I would suspect we'll hit level 10 fishing before I do get the last fish. Which will be good. Because I know the only skill that's like really far behind is the ranching, because we didn't start ranching till literally the beginning of the spring. This will be another jellyfish. Cool. Come on, give me a moray, give me more moray. I mean, the moon strikes her eye like a big pizza pie. It's a moray. Alright. But yeah, now it's also one of those things we should probably check to see where we're at with our journal here in a minute on what's left. We're probably down to somewhere in the area of like 10 fish after the moray eel. And then honestly, for the offering for fish, we'll be down to just 2, which I believe are both out of this season. I think they're both summer fish, the sardine and the sea bass. And then it'll be the offering done for that entire section. Then after that, I've got a couple more animal goods and a couple of recipes to do. That'll be the big one here, is I'm going to need to get some more money in pretty quick. And that money, what we'll end up needing to do with that. Alright, so we got another moray eel. I need 1 more. But, we'll need to get money because I have to buy the kitchen equipment, because you have to buy, like, your blender, your microwave, your skillet, your pots. All of those are separate charges. So they do add up quite a bit. because if we get all of those, we can cook the remaining recipes. Most of the recipes that are the early ones are pretty straightforward. It's like one of them is to make like an egg. It's an egg in a skillet. That's the entire recipe. And then it's like the smoothie. It's a fruit smoothie. You just literally use a blender and a fruit, and you've made a smoothie. So there's a lot of ones that are very intuitive that you can kind of easily guess the recipe. Then there's ones that are entirely unreasonable that you're just not going to guess the recipe, that you kind of have to get it. And you mostly get your recipes through friendship with other people. But what I'll realistically do is, like, for that last drink, if I can't get a hold of that easily, I don't have a problem just looking that one up to knock it out real fast. Because I've already done a playthrough where I friended everyone, got all the recipes and all that. And if that's the only thing going to keep me from A ranking is figuring out who I need to become close friends with and just grinding out friendship, nah, I'm good. I'm good. That's fine. Yeah, so we want to make sure we're working on romancing Yuri, since we're planning on pursuing her romantically and see where her story goes. We want to get the town rank A, which we're making good progress for that. Very genuinely, I've got a handful of fish and a handful of fish and insects for a couple different seasons as one of my things I'm missing. I've got a handful of artifacts and all that I'm missing. We're getting down to the point with those last little artifacts and all that genuinely it'll get pretty close to the point where we'll start looking up going, okay, what is the different nodes that can drop this? Where could I find those? And then specifically targeting, okay, I'm missing the ones from the silver area or the gold area or the osmium area, and pursuing those individually. Because there are ones that are very hard to get unless you go to the correct locations. You can get them anywhere, because both the fossils and the like the fossil nodes, the coffers, and the geodes, there's all a mysterious one that is just RNG literally anything in that entire table. Or the entire, like, all of the artifacts. It's just the odds suck so much and there isn't a way to, like, target farm those in bulk. They're just kind of an RNG drop. Come on, one more eel. Because that's what ended up happening with the, for people who remember my last save, we got to town rank A. Because for the record, you don't need to get literally everything for town rank A. You just need to get most things. And we got town rank A on stream, and that was where we ended that save. And then on my own time, I made a backup of the save where I left off. And then played on and, you know, got literally everything for the museum, everything for the... Well, we had the offerings done. But everything for the museum, everything, period, to, like, max it all out. And that, like, I enjoyed doing that, but there's definitely a couple of them I had to track down. I feel like we also got into that save, if I remember correctly, there's one or two things I needed that we did the whole thing. It's like, all right, I just need this one thing. It's in the next season. I could play normally through the whole season, which is what I would normally do. But for the stream purposes, we did the whole thing where it's like, nope, just need the thing. It's time to wake up, do our two things, go to bed, wake up, do our two things, go to bed, and just rush to the next season. Don't worry about burning the energy. Which it sucks when you do that, because I find that very unsatisfying as a player. But at the same time, when you're trying to finish that thing, you're like, okay, but if I play the game normally, they're 20-minute days, and, you know, I'm like 60 days from when I can do this. You're going to just immediately go, all right, do I really want to sit here and put in like an extra 100 hours or whatever to get to there without fast forwarding or whatever? And it depends on your objectives for the run. Like, if I still have a whole bunch of achievements and all that kind of stuff I want to do, then I don't mind. But if I'm down to just like, okay, I've got like we did the, did we do perfection in Stardew? I don't think we did. Wait, did we? I don't remember. I don't think we did the perfection run. I don't think we did. But I've done those kind of runs before where it is like literally just like, up, you know, I'm missing the one thing. Let's start fast forwarding. Well, at the rate we're going to be short one moray eel, which again, that's fine. I just put it in the pond, we breed it. Literally once I get the monkfish out, I don't have another thing I need to put in there because we got the jellyfish. So it wouldn't be a big thing. It means I could go ahead and I can offer the moray eel right now. And that would be fine. I'm going to do one more cast. We can offer the moray eel now to finish that out in the offering, and we'll save the other moray eel for putting in the fish pond to breed. Because that monkfish should be done, like, any time now. Alright. And we gotta get out of here. Yeah, because we got 2 of them, right? Yeah, I got 2. That's fine. We can work with that. So despite my better judgment, I am going to drop off the one here. And I just need to not drop the other one off right away. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And boom, that leaves just the giant sea bass and the sardine, which I believe is next season. And then that whole thing is done. You should probably press that. It's appreciated. Oh, and we've got you for an aging barrel. I'm going to just make a brand new aging barrel right now. Even though that is using materials. Because I want to make sure the cheese gets aged right away, because that's what I need to do. Alright, so that'll be another thing for the offering. We could drop the other moray eel up here. Oh, you will be... So we'll need one here, one there. Those are all duplicate fish and all that, so we'll go ahead and do that for a little bit of extra money. Cool. Is that an ill-tempered mutated sea bass? Yeah. With laser beams on their head. Okay, so we got 5,000 bucks. So that's good news. But the good news is we've got that offering done, so it's a little bit more progress towards getting our offering up a rank. Yeah, so we're checking. Our museum is now rank B, so that's good news. And we also have our heritage site to rank C, which is also, well, I mean, it's coming along. We got a lot to do with a lot of that. All right, how much time do I have before the switch? Okay. Residents of Starlit Town, Stop and Socket and Pan would take a look at our kitchen appliances. Each of one can help you cook different dishes, hone your cooking skills, and expand your culinary horizons. Luke, Socket, and Pan. Cool. The game is just giving us a little reminder saying, hey, by the way, there's this store over here. You might check it out a little bit. All right, so let's double check. Make sure we got nothing new here that we're overlooking, because we did see that we got new fish available. Just the one. So I'm just being extra paranoid about this stuff. Just in case. Because it'd be a big old bummer to miss stuff because of this. Yeah, so there's the moray eel, which is going to still show grayed out because we didn't donate it to the museum. That's what that icon means there. Which is the mistake I made last time. The last time I ended up prioritizing donating some of the stuff to the museum. And as a result, at the end, I couldn't see which ones I hadn't offered and all that. Okay, so we got the axe. So that can go to the museum now. Okay. Got all that. And none of those are ready to harvest, so we can drop all of you off. Alright. So we've got a couple of seeds to plant again. We're just trying to keep this going as much as possible so that we can maximize what we're getting out of here. And a lot of our payoffs aren't happening right away because we are going through the process of upping the value and all that. Alright, if you could give me a large silver quality. That's a small silver quality. I know it's a little confusing, but I need a large silver quality. If you could do that, I'd appreciate it. Because that'd be the last thing I need for the barn. That's not true. That'd be one of the big things I need for the barn. There we go. Alright, we've got you. You can drop off all of these. Cool. And then we got a greenhouse. Nothing new to add there. These are done. And that's all our seeds. Oh, wait. I've got the generic seeds. Did I see something else that said it was... Oh, it's you to be donated. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so we can go ahead and drop off the last of the crops we've got there. We can drop off the axe real fast to the museum. Oh, hey. You pop in here. So yeah, we could drop off the axe at the museum real quick. And then once I've done that, we can go and pop the geodes and all that. We can find something new to give Yuri to see if we can't figure out what she actually likes. Hi.
Yuri doesn't like anything.
Well, I should take that back. She likes lots of things, but she doesn't seem to love anything I give her.
Oh.
She's like, coffee, this is nice. Pizza, this is nice. Tacos, this is nice. Like, what do you actually love, though?
Maybe it's because she doesn't love you.
Well, I mean, that's what we're trying to fix, though. We're trying to convince her that it's worth her time.
I love you. You don't need Yuri.
But that's who chat voted for.
Oh, well, you gotta do what chat says.
Yeah, it's just the rules.
Yeah.
Alright. And we need more money. Which, now I think about it, for the more money thing, we could probably just go into the boxes here. We do some cleanup. Because these are all done now. It's just that last box down here. So we have just the axe. Did any more of these get duplicated that weren't already duplicated before? It's not looking like it. Alright. And we could drop off you real fast. Well, it's going to say what we could do is we can do another round of going through our artifacts, finding all the ones that I've got duplicates of that I don't need duplicates of. And we can go and pop all those, drop them off for sale. Because that ends up being a decent amount of money. It's not like we're not getting a bunch of them. All right. That is one of those things that when I was doing my other save, I eventually got to the point when I had all the artifacts and all that. I didn't like sell the coffers. I just hung on to them. I just didn't bother popping them anymore because it was just the sheer amount of them to deal with. Okay. So do we have anything here that we got 2 of now? No. Alright, so with that, we can drop this off. We can pop over to do the fossils now. And then we'll drop by the museum and get whatever we go in there. Because it is one of those nice things of like popping through and doing all this. We are making really good progress in a bunch of this. It's just taking its sweet time. You're probably still upgrading stuff. No, you're not. So we would need gold kelp. I don't have the money for it, so I can't do it anyways. We can go ahead and do this. Pop all you. We could also go to develop equipment. Yeah, so the things we're missing is the auto petter. I need more large wool, so it's not an option right now. The auto collector, I would need 40,000 for. The auto picking up all that, that's 15,000. I don't know why these ones are highlighted. I already have the recipe for the auto chests and have made them. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Like, maybe there's an upgraded version of it. And then these two I don't have yet either. But most of those are waiting on money. I can ultimately, you know, get the materials for them relatively quickly. But I am waiting on money for them. The other thing I should probably do that I've been putting off is I should probably grab our osmium kelp. The whole stack right there. No, I'm going to save those right now. I was going to say I should probably work on how many do those do I need for the quest? 30. Alright, so that's one of the ones we needed. So it's just that rib cage there. And those are all sorted. Okay, so we got another skeleton piece. So that's good news. Drop the seed down here. So we got 2 more items for the museum. And then let's take a 2-second evaluation and see where we're at in regards to, like, how is the museum going versus how a lot of the other stuff's going. I just realized I didn't make a vertical layout for RimWorld. So that's going to be scuff as all get out. I already donated that. Okay. I don't remember donating it. And I thought I had read that I... Oh, that's right. This means this thing's probably done. Right. So we can go in here. We can pop you in there. So this thing's probably done. Do you have nothing in you? No, you've got one in there. Well, I just messed up with that one. That's fine. So we get an extra. Let's go check on that monkfish, see if the monkfish is done. It is not. That's fine. I have no idea how it determines how long things take. Okay, so let's check our journal and see how we're doing on the stuff we need to make. So, for caught. When it comes to the fish, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got 12 fish we have not caught yet. For insects, I have 3 that I'm missing. For sea creatures, I have 2, and I know one of those is a winter fish, so I'm assuming one of the other ones is like summer or fall. So as far as critters and insects go, we're extremely well. Fish, we still got some gaps. That's no surprise. I didn't have the computer. A lot of these will be our summer and fall fish, and that's fine. For our artifacts, we're missing only 4. We're missing a hair comb that I recognize. I don't know what that is. And I think that's like a G.I. Joe. I don't remember what that one is. But the idea is we're basically just about done with the artifacts. Gems, we are only missing 6. Fossils are the ones we're missing the most. I'm missing a lot of fossils that I'm assuming I'm just not digging in the right place or whatever. And so I'm depending on the RNG of just the catch-alls. But that's fine. So I've got all that going well. we already went to the fish forecast. Yeah, what we'll try and do is we'll try and get the moray eel was what time? 6 p.m. Let's see. Yeah, you were 6 p.m. All right, yeah, so 6 p.m. for the fish. Let's run by the carpenter and see what my next house upgrade would cost as well. It's not a huge priority, but it is just kind of one of those things where it's like, I might as well stay on top of a bunch of this stuff. Alright, so the next house upgrade is 40,000 and silver bars. I will need 10 silver bars. So let's make sure I have 10 silver bars in my storage. And if I don't, we'll go to the mine and get that. That way, when I get an influx of money, we can do that. I should also be checking on my automated stuff. Did you ever meet the guy about Taco? Yes. But that does remind me, I didn't go to the beach to check for Taco. Because that was the next thing to do. So that made me remember that there's a piece I was forgetting. Which I'm guessing it's not going on, because I know just from past playing, that's where you find Taco, is down over there in the corner. I don't know what conditions are required to make that happy, but that's fine. Alright. So I'm grabbing a bunch of these random bugs. More stuff we could sell. Yeah, no, we met him and he's just like, oh man, Taco's still not back, really worried about him, that kind of thing. And you reassure him. That's fine, we could just sell those. Just sell all those. We could drop you off in here. I was going to check to see on the silver. So where are we at with the silver bars? I actually have 10 silver bars, so I don't need to go on my way from it. We do need more silver kelp, which is just our forever existence. You're not running. Okay, so soybeans aren't used for any of that. I'm surprised radishes aren't. Radishes can be. So something is happening where some of my machines are getting stuck. So I need to figure that out. Can we do anything with the amaranth? No. Okay, so we'll take the amaranth out and drop that into a different box for later. Yeah, there you are. And drop you into this box. Let's go find the soy real fast. Because I know there's stuff you can process with the soy, I just don't know what. It could even honestly be. I probably should just sell the soy. So you do that real fast. So the soy, we're just going to sell all of it but the lower quality ones. We can grab the cucumbers. I know we can make juice with those. We can grab... I'm just looking for stuff I've got a lot of. And grab the strawberries. Yeah, it should give us... Oh, wait, do we have a whole bunch of that tea? And grab the tea. So that'll be some stuff we can drop in for doing the juicing and all that. Just try and keep these machines running. Honestly, we're just gonna sell... We're just gonna sell the honey and all the juice we've got. Those aging barrels are doing their best. Okay, so we've got all that. Have you been to the mermaids yet? Yeah, we've been down there. Yeah, that's I've got this quest here that's got completely obnoxious requirements, and that's from the merfolk. Yes, a bunch of my machines are getting stuck. Let me just see if I pick these up and put them back down, if I can. Oh. That made the game upset. The game did not like that. All right. So with that, I think we'll get ready to switch games because I don't have enough time to put a whole extra day. So whatever happened that made those auto chests frozen, the answer is don't empty the auto chest and hit it with your pickaxe. That does not fix it when they're broken. That makes your game crash. So that's actually like the first crash I've had in this game in the whole time. So we did lose what we did that day. I actually don't remember what all that was. I think it was just handling some fossil. Yeah, we handled the fossils. We did the animal stuff. That's fine. So anyways, that was fine because we're actually going to be finishing out that day and then we're going to switch over to RimWorld anyways. So we can just we can pick up with that next time. And for those where we're going into the Switch and all that, you're like, oh, no, wait, you're going to switch off Coral Island? Look, man, I got my Lily tattoo. Look, hey, come on. Don't worry, it'll be back. But what are going to happen is if you're watching over on YouTube, both the streams on YouTube, the vertical and the horizontal, will be going down momentarily and then coming back up on the next scheduled stream spot because YouTube switching categories doesn't work well. So that's how I have to facilitate it. Now, for those over here on Twitch, just hang out. We'll get everything switched over. It'll be fine. So let me go ahead and get that going. So, boom. And boom. And then we can get all that. And then I have to go back out here.